Attention crew, it's time to make it so. Reporting for duty are your fearless co-hosts, Crewman PVG, bringing the logic, Crewman Mgyx, keeping it bold, and Crewman Tommy, ready with the photon torpedo of hot takes. From classic episodes to new frontiers, Klingon phrases to Starfleet trivia, no quadrant is off limits. So grab your tricorder, set your phasers to fun, and prepare for another warp speed ride through the final frontier. This is Technically Trek.
Laying a course, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Engage.
The musical guest, and it
what
doesn't work.
What is going on,
Hey.
YouTube community? Welcome. It's Sunday night. You know what that means? Another exciting episode of the Technically Trek podcast. Next cue card. I'm your host, Crewman Tommy, and to my right, it's the one and only Mr. Star Trek himself, PVG.
Good evening, and it's great to be here on Technically Trek. Just trying to bring in the FU and fun.
Good.
See what I did there?
Next cue card, and we've got in Sacktown, Crewman Mgyx.
I'm bringing it in fun.
Nice.
Next cue card.
All right, I will go ahead and formally apologize.
All right.
We will not have any more musical guests. So if you're giving us another shot, we thank you for coming back for a hot minute. What's up, IB in the chat from New York City?
New York City.
Welcome, IB.
Yeah, we won't be doing
we're
guest.
musical.
We are enough. We don't need a guest.
All right, we're musical.
It was appreciated. It was a shot, like Bon Jovi's shot in the dark. But you are to blame. So
No, I am to blame.
that's why I said you are to blame.
Did I
Like
type
Bon
that,
Jovi.
or did you type
No,
that?
I did not.
That's, you know what, that happened on the last episode too.
That somebody typed hi IB
Yes.
under Technically Trek.
Yes, and it
Whoa.
wasn't
me.
you.
No.
That is very weird.
Do we have a person in the chair?
No,
Is it AI doing it? Did we get hacked?
I wonder
Did
if
you
we have a
enable
bot.
AI?
Somebody else type hi.
All right.
I wonder if we have a bot in here that's just answering on our behalf. Are you typing hi? Oh,
I am.
Oh, look, it is. Oh, that's very cool. It doesn't respond to howdy, though.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it just looks for the words hi. See how it answered Craig? Oh, now it just answered Mgyx.
Oh, look at that AI.
Oh, it looks.
Oh my gosh.
It looked at hello as well. JVG likes Mgyx's sense of humor.
That was good. That was really good. I like that. From now on, that should be our.
Yeah.
Let's not.
That's quick thinking, Mgyx.
Now, some people will blame it on the Cutwater, but let's move on
not
from
me.
that and talk. Real quick, we'll talk the animated series. I know IB is looking forward to our reaction to Season 1, Episode 16 of Star Trek, the animated series from 1974, I think. This episode is called The Jihad. And I think it's a species called the Verdana. They're like the most powerful. Supposedly they're like very powerful, but they look like hunchback white tigers. And they
Happen
summon.
to also look exactly like all of the Xindi species.
And they summon. Supposedly they summon some of the smartest beings from across the galaxy, which I guess that little pea in the pod was the best locksmith in the galaxy. And then Well, the Big Bird was Char, I think his name was. Yeah, because he got charred.
Caw, caw.
But anyway, this is like the plot of. This is a recurring type of plot, right? You have a warrior race. They become peaceful. And, you know, it reminds me of the Undiscovered Country or whatever that was, right? The Klingons don't want to be peaceful, just like Big Bird's race doesn't want to be peaceful. So someone comes up with a plot so that they steal their most prized possession, they blame it on other species in the galaxy, and now they're back at war like they're meant to be. Let's do a quick rating, 1 to 10. What's your score?
4.
4.
4.
You gave it a 4 also?
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
That's terrible.
It got a higher score because I was able to watch it without watching it
Yeah.
and got the entire story.
Yeah. Oh, IB gave it a 6. IB's generous.
Right.
All right.
Either that or IB's vying to be the man in the chair and he's just trying to kiss her butts. Get that?
No, because that's he might have had some more a deeper interpretation.
Well, IB, you're going to have to put your deep interpretation in the chat so we can determine.
Now we're forgetting about some of the funny parts, like Lara.
Laura just wanted the day. She wants that day.
She was like from a trailer.
And I
park,
think Kirk
the way she was
eventually
talking.
came around when he tried to do that "Let's rest."
Yeah, let's rest.
Because that just came out of nowhere. Like they had just arrived into the temple, and he's like, "Should we rest now?" Everybody was like, "No."
We're here. But why was she talking like a 1940s gangster
And what?
with eyebrows like that?
Why was she
See?
saying she's human? She didn't seem human to me.
Not at all.
I want that D. You see?
Kevin's
Here,
Trekkie is in the
take it,
chat.
see? Where we're at.
We're about to talk about episode 6 in a second. Usually, what we do, Kevin, is we get together 30 minutes before the episode goes live, and we watch an episode of the animated series. It usually just gives us a little I don't know why we do it actually.
It's a test run to make sure all of our audio is good, cameras
Yeah.
and lights are working.
It's like our warm-up sequence, you know.
Right.
And what people were thinking in the 60s.
Oh, yes. She's in everything Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
I
Wasn't
don't
she
know if it was her,
Laxwana?
but
Was she
I don't know,
Laxwana
but she
Troy?
was just straight up 40s sounding. She wanted to sound like a 40s gangster. When she's like, yeah, on my planet, we just take the D, see?
If we think a man's attractive, we just tell him he's attractive. And I'm telling you.
I want the D, see? That's what it is. Kirk, I'm going to take it from you.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it, see?
Well, that was normal. No, I guess that would have been not normal
That
talk.
was horrible.
Back in the 70s, for a woman to say something like that. Did I say her name right? Laxwana?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. IB says
Laxwana Troy.
that it is Laxwana Troy. Odo's side lady.
Majel Barrett.
But aside from that, the episode was kind of eh. What do you expect?
Aw.
What do you expect from a Saturday morning cartoon back in 1974?
A lot, because I remember somewhat
true.
that time period.
Scooby-Doo.
Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest
It
was
was
cool.
Johnny Quest. I mean, all those animators worked on it. First of all, the chick was straight up Thundar the Barbarian, but in female format.
Right.
Oh,
So,
and her
I mean-
eyebrows. Man, what's up with her eyebrows?
Yeah, that was kind of wacky.
All over.
I think she was originally meant to take flight. Like, under stress, her eyebrows grow, and she grows wings from them. And flies around with her eyebrow wings.
Okay.
Like I said, but they are all the species of the Zindi, so maybe that's where they were planning on taking it from there somehow. Maybe, I don't know.
So that, as I mentioned, that was episode 16 of season 1 of the animated series. So that's all for season 1. They did 16 for season 1, And then for season 2, they did 6. So we'll probably take a break and then maybe see about hitting those other 6 in a couple months.
Thank you. I was wondering, I was like, how long are we taking a break for? Because, you know, if it's going to be a couple of months, we're never coming back to it. I know I've taken at least...
I might watch one on my own to see if season 2 gets any better.
That's like saying, is TOS going to get any better?
And it does, right?
Oh, yeah.
I heard season 3 was really good. I haven't gotten there yet.
How far you went to DS9?
Late season 3. I'm like season 3, episode 20 or something.
You were supposed to be done.
I ran into a couple episodes of DS9 that were snoozing me. I could not. There was one I could not get through. Oh, I kept falling asleep. Had to watch it like 4 times.
I cannot not agree with you on that because there is some. But yeah, you need to get through those.
I've made a commitment not to skip anything because I don't want to miss any little plot points.
Well, watch it on your riding mower or something where you actually have to pay attention to something so you can stay awake. It does get better.
I gotta watch
watched an episode.
I gotta watch where I'm going.
3 months.
Okay. Oh no, we said it, Kevin. You're talking about the DS9 episode. Let me think about because I watched 4 episodes today, and
was it the one in the hall where they're trapped in the hologram? Or
no. It's because I liked the last one I watched, so that one is the last one I watch is stuck in my head right now. But the last one I watch is really good. If we can talk about DS9 real quick.
What was the last one you watched?
It's the one where Miles keeps time shifting 5 hours forward.
Oh,
and the Romulans
Miles is replaced.
Yeah,
Aha, you know that, right?
Yes. And
Miles is not the same Miles.
That's a controversial situation there, I think. And they take it very lightly.
Because the same thing happened to Harry Kim in Voyager.
Yeah. Right. So
yeah, that's not the same Miles from the universe.
I don't know if someone... Oh, you know what? I'll tell you the episode name of the one that I liked. I don't remember the one that I fell asleep on. This one's episode 17, season 3. It's called Visionary, DS9. So Miles gets exposed to some type of radiation, and something in the Romulan cloaking device, I guess, or in their warp core. Yes.
Damn, you're still so far behind.
I know. Like I said, I'm trying to watch. Something's going on with my throat. Hold on.
COVID.
Was Visionary before or after the bad one?
It was after. I didn't think Visionary was terrible. I liked it. Only like at the end, I started liking it more because, then they got into that confrontation where it doesn't actually happen. Well, that's the thing. It does happen, right? In one version of Miles's life, he must die. Or does he escape? He escapes in a shuttle pod. Something's going on with my throat. Hold on. Keep talking. I don't know what's happening.
I think Profit Motive was probably the one. Was it a Quark-based episode that you didn't like? It's very likely that may have been. That was a hard one to get through. Before that was Destiny.
Wait. What was Destiny?
A Bajoran prophecy is nearly fulfilled when a comet threatens to destroy the Bajoran wormhole. That one was kind of boring to me because the religious ones, yes. I think that should have stayed out of it.
I think, yeah, and I kind of get tired of that whole Cisco is the prophet thing.
Yeah.
That gets kind of old.
And then Heart of Stone is right before that. That's one where Odo and where Kira gets trapped in a cave.
That's a
and
good
is slowly
one.
being eaten.
Because that's kind of got like some founder type stuff going on.
A little bit. But the end of that one was kind of, yeah, yeah, I had thoughts on that one, but not to be done here. I think probably the one that probably put you to sleep is either Destiny or Prophet Motive. The Prophet Motive is the
Nog, or the
Quark
Grand
and Ron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kind of, yeah, with the Grand Nagus.
Yeah.
Where he rewrites the Ferengi Rules Acquisition. That wasn't a great episode. Like,
yeah, that seemed to me like filler.
DS9 just for the Ferengi.
Right.
Because they expand on the life of the Ferengi.
Yeah.
And gives more details on it. And other than they're just money grubbing people. So,
you know, the Ferengi in general, like sometimes I wonder with some of these species, like even Klingons, they just don't seem capable of science.
Warp travel.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how are they coming up with all this advanced technology?
They steal it. So they're warring races. So the Klingons supposedly, even though they have a science division, they actually have scientists there. They go over that in Enterprise and even in Voyager a little bit. But they stole it. And I want to say they stole it from the Romulans. They captured a Romulan bird and they stole it. Ferengis, they bought it from somebody else. So they have a science division now because they're still trying to basically reverse engineer all the technology they've stolen or bought from people. So,
speaking of stolen, that's a good segue into Strange New Worlds, Season 3, Episode 6.
Man, it did okay. It could have been way better.
Yeah.
That could have been way better. Like that last revelation at the end. Unless the next episode or at some point in time in this series, this season, they go back to that. That's something that needs to be expanded on. That, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the spoilers out there. The bad guys are humans. They are the OG humans that launched in the space shuttles and Skylab and everything else before they had first contact. So that series that we were talking about, like that I wanted to see, this is what would have been part of that series. You know, there had to be explorers or deep space explorers that turned into a generational ship. And the fact that they only gave that piece of information like 10 minutes annoys the shit out of me. Like that could have been well expanded on. And at the same time, yeah, it just needs to be expanded on because clearly, with the exception of Spock, the aliens that boarded the Enterprise could tell they were human. So they didn't need to kill anyone. And they didn't. But they made it so that they couldn't breathe, even though they were in exosuits. So, there's so many things that need to be explored with that story.
Well, yeah, like what Kevin's saying there. Like once you get into that survival mode, it reminds me of like early seasons of The Walking Dead, where you run into these pockets of people that, I mean, they're literally eating other humans because there's no food left.
Right.
So they take their supplies and then they actually start cutting off limbs off of these people that they gather, and like they serve dinner, and you don't know what you're eating. Like you're eating a big femur.
Yeah, but it's still like, how did like 200 years before first contact.
Right. So when they went
How
into
did that
space,
ship get so big? Like,
yeah. Well,
There's
yeah,
some-
like you're. So that's what doesn't always make sense to me is when they left 200 years ago, they barely had something that could, like travel at a decent speed, right? It's not going light speed.
not yet. They had a bird of prey in there. They had a D9 bird of prey
Right.
in there.
So so 200 years ago, imagine like one of our space shuttles, right? Flying into
That would be
space.
like-
Is that beating a Klingon D7 battle cruiser?
That would be like saying if they just launched the ISS into orbit and said, all right, you guys are done here. We're going to put up another satellite. Instead of you guys coming home, we're going to send you on a lifetime mission, go see what's out there and come back. We'll wait for you. We'll keep the line on like Motel 6. And they launch the ISS, and then 150 years from now, we make first contact with an alien that has interplanetary travel. It may not be light speed, it may not be faster than light travel, but they have the ability to travel easily between planets. And then how is the ISS going to take that down? Like, they have primitive weapons. How are they taking them down like that? Like a space travel. I could see on the ground, like Indians defeating the British. They are underestimated. But they're all kind of on equal fields, even though the British had guns and it's had guerrilla tactics. But we're talking about in space against a warring nation. How was that going to take on the Klingons?
And after what Kevin said, I would almost say they've gotten so advanced by acquiring this other technology. Why not just go back to Earth, right? You're humans. You left Earth because you thought it was going to falter. These people thought that this was the end of the planet. So they left Earth and floated around in space. Well, not floated, right? They're going from place to place. And somehow they're able to overtake these other species technology. And I was almost about to say assimilate it into their own.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
They do assimilate it because they were like, that's the engine from a Klingon destroyer. That's from something else. That's from something else. And the other thing is this. They're picked up and the stories are told by races in completely different quadrants or completely different sectors of the quadrant. You had the humans, and the fucked up part is humans are the only ones that haven't ever heard of them.
Yeah.
Una Chen heard of them. Ortega's heard of them.
Well, La'an had whispered something.
La'an had heard of them.
I'm surprised nobody is talking about the telephones.
Well, we're not there yet.
Oh my gosh.
We're not there
We'll get
yet.
there. That
We're
was
going
straight up. That was a
backwards.
straight up Doctor Who moment, honestly. When she pulled those out, but it makes sense. It does make sense, and as far as the telephone technology, but we'll get to that.
How many
The other
telephones?
thing was,
How many telephones do you have in your closet at home?
None. I have one, the bat phone. It's a red.
Oh,
It
you have.
has a bat phone on it.
Is it a rotary dial or a touch tone?
Neither. You just pick it up. There's
It's
no
just a
dial.
handset. It's like that's like the desk phone for the president,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tom, how many hardwired phones do you have?
I mean, I have hard line phones that connect into my Spectrum
Here.
cable modem.
See, I have 4 that go into the modem. But they can work in, obviously, you can plug them into a landline as well.
They just need a little signal.
And I actually still have the Sony, was it E900? The one that we used to walk around Stanley with. Mm-hmm. I have that phone in a box somewhere.
So I've one of the downsides of doing this podcast on Sunday is there's so many other videos reacting to that episode come out, from Thursday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, some videos came out.
Right.
4 days worth of other people's reactions that you can't avoid. But Pelia is one person that no one really knows what is going on with Pelia.
Yeah.
Dude, she's the voice of reason.
She's a commander too. I mean, I would think they have standards about your quarters. Are you're a pack rat. All that crap that she had in there.
Dude, she's over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, but you don't have to bring all that shit with you. I'm 1,000 years old.
Couldn't they replicate it?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly, but hers aren't replicated. And why do you need standards for your quarters?
Let me ask a general question.
Who's coming to your quarters?
You don't know.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It's your quarters. That is your safe space.
She was like
the fuck you want to do with it.
Can I ask?
Not so much a pack rat. She was like a hoarder.
All right. I got a general question about Strange New Worlds.
IB said the same thing. She's a hoarder.
Strange New Worlds.
I don't think she is. Pack rat, yes. Hoarder, no.
There's always disrespect towards
Command.
You saw it a lot in this episode from Scotty. You saw previous episodes where the disrespect, like the Ortega disrespecting number one, and that it made me think of like Gen Z. It's like the kids nowadays are disrespectful, and you're almost seeing it in the writing of this Star Trek series, where there's just no respect.
In Discovery. I watched that episode of Discovery, and I was like, "Yo, why are they being all disrespectful to Thickums?" I forgot what her actual character name is.
Tilly.
Yeah, it's the one where Tilly goes back to the academy and she goes on a away mission. Everyone's disrespectful to her until they need her. And then I noticed it in this one that Scotty was like, "Yo, what's up?" But then I saw how Kirk is gonna allow that to occur, because he's like, "You're right. I'm used to doing command this way, and this is the other." Because Kirk was even doing it to the captain. He was like, "No, we need to put boots on the ground," and 2 seconds later, the planet explodes. And then everybody else is doing it to Kirk, and he's like, "Look," he's like, I don't want to take that, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I hadn't pushed so hard, if I continued to push so hard, we'd all be dead. And then in the end, he's like, "You're right. I do need," because he snapped at everyone, and then at the end, he was like, "My bad. I need your input. I need harsh decisions. I need your opinions, but I don't need it in the way you're currently giving it. Let's sit down in the what is it that Picard always goes to?
Ready room.
The ready room, and let's discuss our options there. But I need you to give me your options, because at one point in time, the crew of the Enterprise that we all know is walking across the bridge. Kirk, with the exception of McCoy, because he's not there, and Chekhov and Sulu, but Kirk, Scotty, Uhura, and Spock are all there. And they literally were playing the theme of Enterprise kind of softly in the background.
Right.
And that's also when Scotty started saying, "We could do it right, and it'll take 2 days." Kirk's like, "Well, let's do it the way that's not going to blow us up." "All right, give me like 4 hours.
I got a problem. I was not accepting this version of Kirk that was kind of wishy-washy. I wasn't feeling him. Like, that's not Kirk mindset to me. Like, whoever, again, it goes back to the writing. I don't feel like this writing is true to Kirk's, like, path into leadership. Like, are you saying that Spock had to talk him down and Kirk was so bent out of shape that Spock had to walk into that room and convince him that, oh, you know, like, you're a good leader. You can do this. We got your back. I'm not buying it. I'm having a hard time buying that's the Kirk that's going to end up.
Again, this is an alternate universe Kirk. You got to remember that. This is not the Kirk this is not TOS Kirk. You got to kind of remember that. This is multiverse Kirk.
Even Kirk, so, I mean, even if you take the Kelvin Kirk, that dude was solid.
That was closer to it.
Yeah, Kevin says they did Kirk wrong, saying he's not confident in himself without Spock.
But Uhura even said it. He hasn't found his command style. He's taken the con, but he's never been in command. That's the thing. And Spock says, you know, when you're in command, you're going to have to, not Spock, Spike, or that Pike says, you're going to have to make decisions that you're possibly going to regret the rest of your life. So this is now Kirk realizing, you know, before he had a safety net. He was first officer. He could do all that shit. He could give commands to everybody else underneath him. And if it wasn't right, the captain would step in. He always had a safety net. He didn't have a safety net.
Karen says sometimes it takes time to be a good leader. There's always some nervousness when you first do something.
I agree. I believe he's still evolving.
Yeah.
So that was his first time in command in that kind of situation, and that's what happened. So
yeah, it's not like, all right, it's not like you deciding to go to Tucson and leaving me in charge of the store at the beginning of a Friday night shift. There's a difference between that, or on a Tuesday night shift. There's a difference between that and then you having to leave and it's a packed Friday, Saturday shift that I got to do.
Kevin's asking, what's the time stamp? What's the star date right now from this episode until Kirk takes command of the Enterprise when, you know, he's Kirk?
We don't know.
No, we do know, right?
Do we?
Yeah, because there are timestamps here. I just don't know what they exactly are. Yeah, Karen says 4 to 5 years.
I don't think they're going to stick with that.
maybe the last episode, Strange New Worlds.
IB says, I agree that they did the Kirk character wrong, like in Discovery when they said Spock had learning disabilities.
Like I say, hey, man, this is the thing. These are not the same TOS and TNG people that you're aware of, that we are used to. Because think of it this way. This entire time that Kirk has been in charge of the Farragut, not once has Picard ever mentioned that he captained the same ship that Kirk did. Twice. Kirk,
I mean, when's he going to mention it?
And then Kirk...
when they're drinking in 10 Forward?
Anytime, ever. Ever. It's never mentioned. Kirk never mentions that he time traveled back with La'an and, almost killed
that
Khan.
Kirk didn't. That was a different Kirk. That was like ISS Kirk.
No, this is the Kirk from here.
Kevin says Picard wasn't the captain of the Farragut. He was captain of the Stargazer.
You are correct. Somebody else was on the Farragut. The Farragut's mentioned in TNG before.
Well,
regardless, It's not the same characters. It is the same characters, but a different timeline. Because this is the same way like Superman. The Superman that just came out is not the Superman. It's not Christopher Reeves. It's not Henry Cavill. It's not what's the dude from Smallville? They're same characters, different people.
Tom Welling.
Same thing with Batman. So I look at it. I don't look at it as the characters like, oh, it's not Dean Cain. There you go.
Hey, Dean Cain is coming up though on one of my PowerPoint slides. That's just a spoiler alert. Thanks to Karen.
It's not. It took me a really long time to get on. I'm like, because I'm still like, is there ever going to be a McCoy? And that's where, and this episode, I sparked that because when Chapel walks in, they're like, yo, where's your chief medical officer? I'm like, she's in a bed dead. That's why I'm like, is Chapel going to go over to, with Kirk's Enterprise? Is that where their relationship is going to be? Like,
whose
what's
relationship? Chapel?
Is Chapel going to stay and M'Benga going to leave? Because because they're going to do the Kirk's Enterprise after this, or at least they're saying they are. And they're going to do a Star Trek Year 1. So it's like, who from the crew right now is going to stay when Kirk's take over?
The bartender doctor. You remember the bartender doctor when he brought in a martini or something? That was his remedy.
No.
Yeah. It wasn't M'Benga. It was like some really old white dude.
That was from the Cage.
I know what you're talking about. He looked like
For
he walked
Pike.
off
He
the
brought
set of Man.
he brought a martini,
original-
I think, in for Pike.
Yes, that was
Dr. Boyce.
that was one of the first.
IB is like
yes, that's right.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's from the Cage, the old dude.
right. Yeah, that's
So
funny.
I'm curious on that, Dr. Boyce. I'm curious on who's gonna stay and who's gonna go.
Well, yeah, and where's
and-
Dr. Boyce? When's he going to show up?
Is he gonna show up at all? But thinking of that, it's like, you know what? We haven't seen a Sulu yet. We haven't seen a Chekhov yet. We haven't seen a McCoy yet. Yet McCoy and Kirk went to the academy together in the Kelvin timeline. So, where he's never mentioned, hey, I got a good buddy, Dr. McCoy. He's coming in. None of that's ever mentioned.
You've brought up the Kelvin timeline. Let me ask you a question about the Kelvin timeline. The Kelvin timeline.
Movie?
The Kelvin timeline, is the Kelvin timeline different because a time travel event changes it? Or is that just an alternate universe?
That is
universe.
a change in the time from the original Star Trek because it's basically like a mirror universe. Because
Alternate.
Spock did the black hole thing, which affected it. So it's a branch. It's kind of like
It's
a
a
Marvel
branch
thing.
timeline
Yeah, it is a branch timeline.
because the real Spock is there.
Exactly.
And he has full memories, and he knows that the people he's meeting, he knows
Are going to be COVID.
I don't know what is happening. Yeah.
So yes, I think Sulu and Chekhov are young, but I don't know. Uhura was young as well.
She's a cadet still.
Yeah. Or Ensign.
So that's kind of you. Yeah, I don't know how their ages compare.
Oh, is she
to the
promoted to
original
ensign now?
series.
I think
In season 3 is Uhura an ensign by now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she got promoted.
But last season she was a cadet. Wait, when did she get promoted? There was there time that elapsed?
It was at the beginning of one of the episodes where they're going to the captain's dinner or captain's breakfast, where she gets promoted. Actually, it was when they introduced Gamble.
And then some
So it's
other
the
dude
episode
died
where they
on the
said
away
Gamble
mission.
was like, "Hey, your thing is over. You're going back to the academy where you get a ship, or you're just gonna stay here." And then they showed Uhura being like, "Hey, you're no longer ensign, or you're no longer a cadet. You're an ensign now. Blah blah, and you're on the Enterprise." It wasn't a big deal, but I think Una went over it.
Okay. Is the Enterprise in the era of Strange New Worlds? Is the Enterprise the flagship? I haven't really paid attention to that, or I don't know if they've mentioned it.
I think Pike mentioned something about
Because
that.
if it's the flagship, wouldn't you expect to have the best of the best people on there? Like, why would a cadet be your communications officer?
Because she's the best. She's the best one.
Of all of Starfleet,
Of
a
all
cadet
of
is
them.
the best.
She's all of them. I mean, you could see that when,
In the musical
I
episode?
keep wanting to say Lioness, but it's not her. Zoe Saldana does it, and she's a cadet. And in the movie, she's like, "Well, do you speak this?" And he's like, "Well," she's like, "Well, which dialect?" He's like, "You're on the job. You got it." Because no one else was there, and they just kept her there. No one knows as many languages and can pick up and decipher like she can on the fly.
What about Hoshi? Shiho.
That's the other thing. They don't mention any of these people yet. Why? Why is Archer's crew not mentioned at all?
Right. You would think that
Like,
Archer,
where is Hoshi?
like,
where is
especially
Archer if he's the president?
if they're talking about bringing in a President Archer series, you
He
would
needs
think
to be-
Archer's name would be coming up more often in Strange New Worlds.
or Hoshi's, or Trip, or T'Pol. Somebody, I mean, T'Pol's probably still alive.
Hey,
Why-
I was watching some interview from Jonathan Frakes from a long time ago, and he refers to T'Pol as the Vulcan Fox. Have you seen this interview?
No.
You got to look up this interview with Jonathan Frakes where he's like, "Oh yeah, and it's so awesome that they bring in the Vulcan Fox." He doesn't know her name, but he calls her the Vulcan Fox from Enterprise. True story.
The Foxy lady.
I should have clipped it and put it on the PowerPoint.
Dr. Boyce, when is he coming in? Is he the next doctor?
The
Before McCoy?
the writers, I'm
No.
wondering if in these writer rooms do they have Trekkies?
Wait.
Honestly, do
Boyce
they?
has already been there.
Why can't they just hire a couple Trekkies like IB and Kevin to just sit in these writing sessions and say, can't do that. Like you can't go down that road, or that's not a
The
possible.
same reason why you don't put people that work the floor in a managerial or technical aspect. It's kind of like when we worked at MCI. You would never put somebody who's on the floor that's in the trenches, you would never put them in charge of training because they're not a trainer. The people in charge are not going to have the technical know-how to do it. However, there are some companies that do it, like Google did originally, where they're like, yeah, you're in the trenches and you do this better than your manager. Well, guess what? Now you're the manager. Now, manager, you could do the worker's job, or you could go find another job.
All right, question.
Because I know
for-
a couple of people that I worked with that went there.
IB said they aren't mentioned because the new writers are bad writers who don't care about Star Trek lore, and they don't want to tap other writers' intellectual property, a lawyer thing. What about this?
Voice was already brought up because they already revisited the planet with the cage in the first series. So Voice is already gone because M'Benga took over after him. And then next after M'Benga is McCoy.
Wait, you're saying what we're seeing right now is after the cage?
Yeah. Because Pike already knows he's going to die. That was already covered way, way back in the beginning because the episode started off with, on the last episode of Star Trek, and it literally did a flashback to the cage.
Does
And
he
then
know
they
he's going to
picked up-
die, or is he going to be maimed for life?
I thought he knows he's
What?
going to die because they used the Klingon time crystal.
Is he
They
going to
did
die?
that, but
Or-
and that was when they revisited, because he had to go back to that planet.
He's not
'cause
going to
she
die.
called
He
him
gets
back to the
maimed
planet.
and he's confined to a wheelchair.
But then
In
he
the
goes
original
back,
Star Trek,
right?
yes.
In the menagerie,
But-
they take him back to Spock, breaks all rules and takes him back to
Yeah.
that planet so that he can get
But
healed.
in-
Live out the
Strange
rest of
New
his
Worlds-
life under his fantasy.
I-
But
I-
the problem with this is this. The problem with that is this. This current Trek doesn't have to follow that. Because again, multiverse.
In Strange New Worlds, I could have sworn I saw Pike seeing a vision of himself in a wheelchair with his face
Yes, he did.
disfigured.
Yes, you did.
So
you
he doesn't
saw
die.
the original Pike from the TOS series.
No, from Strange New
wheelchair.
Worlds.
And you see it again in Strange New Worlds. You see the original one, and then you see Pike playing that same original one, and he's stuck in a chair. But he doesn't have to, because this is a multiverse branch.
But he doesn't die. Like
No,
you guys
he
were
dies
saying.
eventually, because in the original series, Spock takes him back to that planet to live out the rest of his life,
Right.
where he's not confined to the chair.
Yeah.
But this Strange New Worlds doesn't have to follow that guideline at all.
Well,
It's
it-
open. But again, just like IB
I don't
and Kevin
know.
said,
I don't know how
writers-
loose they are. Like, why? If you're saying this is a whole new timeline, why are they doing some things the same? Doesn't make sense. Like,
Because
why did
some-
Chapel get with Corby?
So what?
You know, Nurse Chapel got with Dr. Corby.
I think he did in the original series also.
He does. She does in the original.
Right, but you're saying this is a new timeline, so why are all these things lining up?
Because some of them are really close and some of them aren't. Some of them are the fact that we're watching a show from the past that no one ever explored, and you're kind of filling in the gaps. But you have an out that it is a multi-branch timeline.
Okay. I had a thought that I coughed away. I can't remember it.
So
Okay,
I'll
so,
put it this way. It's kind of like the Hulk in Marvel. And the original Hulk with not Peter
Lou Ferrigno?
Norman.
Lou Ferrigno.
No, the first Hulk movie.
The good actor, but I can't.
Right.
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton. That Hulk he actually increased in size physically. But during that, he got a scar on his chest. So when Mark Ruffalo took over, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk never increases in height or stature, but he still has the scar that the other guy got from his original movie. And they look completely different.
No,
Same thing.
I get that.
And then we learned about the multiverse. So some of these things carry over.
But that's different because when you talk about Marvel, a lot of those changes are because of just contracts, actors, wanting too much money or whatever, right? But this is like if they tried to go back now and say, "Oh, we're going to redo the Edward Norton Hulk." I mean, wouldn't you
Wouldn't be able
expect
to.
them to do something like along the same lines?
No. Because we already know about the multiverse.
Well, now, yeah, Marvel's already messed up, right? Marvel's messed up because there's the multiverse. All bets are off. So,
But that's the thing. That's the answer that every series is
so
taking.
is that the Star Trek answer now? Just multiverse?
Yeah, due to lazy writing, yeah.
It's confusing.
I mean, you threw in the Kelvin timeline. The Kelvin movies had to find a way to break apart from TOS and TNG. Because up until Enterprise. So you had TOS, the animated series, TNG, Voyager, DS9, Enterprise. Those all were the prime timelines. They were all under one timeline. Then you had the Kelvin movies. That is the multiverse.
But that was a flashpoint. That's not a multiverse.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a branch timeline.
But that is a multiverse. It's a flashpoint. They're the same.
But because you had the same Spock, who was aware of the two timelines, right?
That is, yes, but you're mixing up the multiverse and the flashpoint. That is a multiverse because the OG Spock from TOS created the black hole and got sent not only in the past but to an alternate universe. He kept all his memories, all of that, and he went into the past. When he started doing everything else, and he interacted with the original Kirk in the past, that created a flashpoint. Because not only in that multiverse, Kirk's parents were alive. In the OG series, they were alive, but in this one, they were dead.
Right.
Because of Spock's black hole. Otherwise, the timeline would have went along very close to the original, but with slight variations in decisions that were made. Because that's what causes a branch, is you turn right instead of going left.
You didn't make that left turn at Albuquerque.
You turned left, and on this particular timeline, you went right. For whatever reason.
All right. I think with time travel and multiverses, this is why people are starting getting sick of Marvel, because you just can't keep up anymore. And I don't know, there's no way around it. Like when you talk about reboots, I mean, there's no way around it. Something's got to change.
All of this started with comic books.
Yeah, because comic books have been doing it forever.
Flashpoint and the Flash. This is, mind you, Flashpoint was the biggest one because that was kind of when our generation, Gen X, had the most buying power, and we're literally still buying comic books in our 20s and 30s. But they had it before that when they had the New 52. And they said, we're going to redo the entire universe. We're going to reboot Batman. We're going to reboot everybody. And they all did that in the comic books. And those same comic book writers moved over to a different media. Because writers for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, G.I. Joe, all these movies started doing it. And then that bled over to Star Wars, Star Trek. Everything started getting rebooted. And that's why now we have 4 different Superman movie series and 3 different Batman series.
Question. Let me try to wrap all this up. Let me wrap up the multiverse. Would we be complaining if the writing was good?
I would.
Because remember when the TNG came out?
Define what the writers. Define what do you mean by good?
Like if there was a majority agreement that this is good material. Like Discovery was probably 40-60, right? 40% thought it was good, 60% was not liking it, and maybe more dislike. Because Discovery was really it was just like a roller coaster.
I think Discovery had too many higher management pushing or influence. And I say that because I noticed it when I just finished watching Lioness on Paramount Plus. Lioness is a good show. Great show.
Now you think that?
You could see the forced relationship story arc in both seasons. Like, we don't need a sex scene. We don't need a lesbian sex scene. We don't need a lesbian sex scene through 2 not very attractive women either. Like, really. And I say attractive women, being that all women are beautiful, but then you have 2 models that are bone thin damn near anorexic, with no real natural features, should
What are
I
you
say?
talking
Not
about?
a good HPA ratio.
What happened here? What are you talking about?
It's the wokeness of the uppers. So
Oh.
Taylor Sheridan wrote a great show, Lioness, but you could see the executive influence on that show, and that's the same thing that happened with Discovery. Discovery was great writing, sci-fi writing, if they were allowed to do more of the sci-fi writing, but you literally get the relationship between the doctor and the counselor, the doctor and Stamets, that is forced in like every other episode. And then you get Nadira and her Ghost in the Shell girlfriend, boyfriend, he, they, them, forced on through end of the episode. Then you get the relationship with Saru and the Vulcan chick, forced into the episode. And then you get Vernon and her two relationships forced onto the show. And it's like, yo.
And then when you think you're safe, you get a black alert.
This is Star Trek, not goddamn 90210.
Chief Scott in the chat.
And it's like, if they removed even half of those relationship story arcs, Discovery would have been a great show. Because they would add more time to flesh out things like, hey, the burn happened.
Hey.
There's all these other ships that are lost out there that are stuck away from home. Is anybody going to go look for them? Because technically then speaking, when the burn happened, where is this ship that we just saw in Strange New Worlds at?
This is where a new series called like Star Trek Recovery, right? Instead of Discovery, they need a show called Star Trek Recovery, where they go in and do like the follow up.
They need and do it SVU style or Law and Order style.
Dun.
Like, here's your case for the week.
Yeah,
we got reports from a generational ship. A lady says her grandpa and them took off on a ship.
Got a distress signal
250 years ago. We need to find out, and we have logs of this ship missing. And then we really haven't had time to follow up since World War III. We need you to go out and find them.
Yeah.
And every week is a new case. That would be a great show. And you know what? Because let's say, because you can't just warp through everything, because you can fly by these ships. Make that show about, I don't know, have some real relationship shit in there, but don't make it the focus of the show. Have your first officer be like, hey, we got an ensign or a comms officer who flunked out of the academy and we brought her in here, whatever. Make her like an ensign row or lieutenant row and do a relationship like that with a normal person who has normal, non-androgynous features and do that. You know, I don't, it just annoys the shit out of me, and maybe I'm late to the woke party. But it really annoyed the shit out of me watching
woke?
The end of Lioness.
What do you mean woke? I've never heard of that.
And the end of and watching this Discovery episode, I was like, man, I'll take Beverly going at it with a green mist over Discovery.
Oh
yeah, Beverly dated a ghost.
That made me think of a question. Maybe for later tonight, is missed romance opportunities. Think about that one, and we'll get back to it. Like, who would have been a good, kind of like a Charles in Charge thing, like that could have been love story that never quite solidified on the show.
Chapel and Ortegas.
Oh, I'm kind of tired of Ortegas.
They had a moment. But look at the difference, though, on Chaplin and Ortegas versus anyone else.
Oh, what kind of moment are you talking about? Like
they shared a moment. They shared a moment where it was a spark could have been flown.
Oh.
at the bar when Chapel was talking about Spock.
I think they
before
were
she
just
mentioned
joking.
that she wanted Spock.
He's trying to see
But-
if there's going to be a scissor lock.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, this is episode 27. Man, we are flying here. That's half the year. No, last week would have been half a year.
No, when
Who'da-
did we
who'da
start?
thought?
March?
February. Picard and the science officer.
I think Picard and the I talked about this on one of the another show. I chatted about it. Picard and the female Indiana Jones from TNG. That would have been a better thing. But then we wouldn't have
Karen
Jack
with some
Crusher.
lower decks.
I got to watch that.
And so you brought out 3 Twisted Teas, and I'm just burning through them.
See, exactly, Ivy. That's the
Vosh.
kind of show that we need.
Vosh and Q. That did happen, didn't it?
Yes, Vosh. Vosh was the chick.
Yeah.
Picard and Vosh had a thing.
Right. And Q took those sloppy seconds.
Unless Q took her in the past before she gave it
Right.
up.
He could have changed the timeline.
I just realized something. If you had a recovery crew,
Star Trek Recovery.
yeah, you could bring in Mayweather from Enterprise. And some hey, yeah, there you go.
Hey, I just copyrighted that idea, by the way.
What?
By saying
you didn't.
By saying it, it's copyrighted.
Hey, I brought that up like weeks ago, or 3 or 4 podcasts ago. I brought that up.
The chief is a fan of Vosh. Oh yeah, they were a real couple. I mean, she was like a Bond girl, if you ask
Yeah.
me. You know, she had that style, that look about her. That's why Q was all into it.
I'm just saying, if you notice, everyone had distinctive front and backs in the OG shows.
Yeah. I mean, that was just real people making real casting choices.
Exactly. Hey, Taylor Sheridan, if you're watching your next series of Linus or season of Linus, let's get some real people out there.
Oh, by the way, the Nielsen ratings, and I don't know, this must be like a uncommon thing, but A Strange New World season 3, after the first 2 episodes, it made the Nielsen ratings top 10 streaming.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay.
Came in at number 7. Some serious
Is it bad that's the
competition
only
there.
one that I know on here? There's only a few. I've heard of Love Island. I've heard of Squid Game. Obviously, I watched Squid Game. The Summer I Turned Pretty. I think you mentioned that a bunch.
I watched that.
And The Sandman and Ginny and Georgia.
I've only watched, here's what I've watched on this top 10. Squid Game, Summer I Turned Pretty, Star Trek, of course. And I tried to watch Sneaky Pete, but there was some stupid stuff that happened, and I stopped watching it after like the first season.
I actually watched a lot of shows. Well, I'm then on this break at DS9. I watched one with Ryan Phillippe about some drag racers. And
Is
their
that new?
kids. Yeah, it's new.
Might have saw
But
a
he
trailer
plays their
for it.
uncle.
God, where do you guys find the time?
You just let it
Unless-
play. You just
Man.
Yeah, you let it play, man, and do your thing. I finished Lioness, of course.
Me too, Kevin.
not even Squid Game.
Yeah,
No.
I watched Squid Game. That Squid Games was pretty dope. I'm interested to see if they're gonna do a third one in America, like
They are. Yeah, Squid
Teased.
Game, L.A.
That'd be pretty dope. And I just realized I never watched the new Suits series either.
I saw a few episodes of
I
that.
didn't watch
It was
it at
pretty
all.
good.
Ballard, I think, is Maggie Q, right? Isn't isn't that her new show? Wow, I'm surprised it got third. Damn, this Untamed. I've never seen any Untamed, but damn, look at those minutes.
I've never seen that Untamed.
Shit, it's killing everybody.
I'm trying to think of where I watched that show at. Yeah, I haven't really watched much. The fucked up part is I haven't watched much on Paramount at all.
For those of you who like to buy little Star Trek knickknacks,
The Legos.
get that Enterprise D Lego set.
D.
Get that D.
Get that D.
It looks kind of cool, actually. I've been getting so many Star Trek product advertisements.
Oh my god, it is crazy.
It's because our phones...
I don't know how many Enterprise. I got the Lego one like 5 times. There's a bunch. I tried posting them in the chat to see if PVG is going to partake in any of them. Like the
he didn't bring his tricorder. He's got the new real tricorder.
The wand.
That real one.
I'm trying to see if he's going to buy the Borg refrigerator.
No.
Oh, the Playmates set that has all the little characters that go inside it. Kevin's got that. I saw that on Amazon. It was like $300.
Crazy.
I think I'm talking about the same one that Kevin's talking about.
You know, when I was growing up, the Legos that I had, they were all square. I mean, you couldn't build jack. You could build a cube or You know
what you ought to do is 3D print the Legos.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Kevin's got the Playmates ship. It separates, huh? Oh, and it's got the noises too. Okay. Well, that's for people that have Star Trek money to burn that can't make it to the expensive conventions. Which we got a convention coming up in the St. Louis area.
The name of the show that I watched with Ryan Phillippe is called Motorheads.
Okay, I saw a trailer for that. Just in Star Trek cast news, if anybody's into Broadway musicals, I guess this would be an off-Broadway musical. Scott Bakula, President Archer, I'll call him. The Prez. I'd like to see that show.
It depends on when it takes place.
Well, it would take place when he's president.
Well, I got that part.
Oh, okay.
But I guess it's going to come down to the writers.
Do you think there'd be some Daniels interaction in there? Like Daniels would be back while he's president to help solve problems?
No, but I just realized that Daniels was in Discovery because I just saw him in Discovery. And he's at the Academy, so...
Yeah.
Technically speaking, that they could, because Daniels was at the Academy during Discovery. Daniels could be part of the Academy and go over, Archer being president for a while.
Hey, I got a new little segment here. It's called Who Appeared in Trek? And by Trek, I mean Star Trek, by the way.
Who?
You ready?
I'm ready. It's going to be The Rock.
Smelling salts in the chat.
Wait, let me do my boom.
Who appeared in Trek? There's Dean Cain.
Hatcher.
And Hatcher, I think.
Terry Hatcher. Lieutenant Robinson.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I remember that dude. I was like, am I watching a remake of Ice Pirates?
All right.
Because that ponytail.
Oh, wait. And the guy in the left? Hold on. Perry Mason?
That's not Perry Mason.
He was Perry Mason in Lois and Clark, wasn't he?
No. Perry
That's
White.
Perry White.
Perry White, sorry. He might have been Perry Mason, too, in a different show.
My name is Jeff.
Okay.
Yes.
Mason.
Kevin's saying that we might have 2 on this slide, so
I thought Dean Cain was in there as well.
So was Ma and Pa
They were all in a guest episode.
and Jimmy Olsen.
All right. I'm gonna definitely look into seeing if Perry White was in there. Perry Mason.
In the chat, would somebody Google it and find out what character he played?
No, Kevin said he was an admiral.
Yeah, but Admiral who?
O'Connor.
Admiral Perry White. He was in charge of Starfleet's newsletter. All right, next one.
All right,
Ready?
Let me see.
Smelling salts. Go.
Wait, what was it? What was that? Lois and Clark? Oh, Benson, the
There's
dude, the
Odo.
butler is Odo.
Yeah.
What was the name of that show with Dean Cain and Terry? Was it?
Well, maybe Kevin or IB will
I
say
think it
that
was Lois and Clark.
Benson was Cisco.
Yeah, because we all look the same.
Wow.
Oh.
Ooga booga doo.
Chief Scott, jump in if you got some answers here.
Lane Smith
Okay.
is the actor's name.
All right. Tell me when you're ready to go on to the next slide.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. So have we decided who was in this slide?
The guy with the big
I don't know
forehead.
the dude's
He's
name,
the,
but it's
Future guy in Enterprise with the Suliban. Rumors were he was going to be revealed as future Archer, altering the past. It would be interesting if that aspect was included in a new Archer.
I don't think Lane Smith ever
Neelix.
played in Star Trek.
Is that Neelix?
What?
The guy with the big head, the big forehead.
Oh shit! Go back to
Ethan-
that picture again.
Ethan Phillips is in there too?
Wait, go back to that.
Wow.
No, that's not. That's not. I
Right
don't
next
think that's
standing,
Neelix.
Right next
Whoa,
to
what's up
Renee.
with that girl's haircut though on the left?
That's that Mo. She's
She's like
Jeez.
German.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when I was pulling up these slides and thinking back to these old shows. Just
You're
makes
like-
you feel old.
Because you never watched the end of it.
I mean, because these shows were on when you were a kid or whatever. You're like, damn.
No, that's not John Billingsley. That's who plays Neelix.
Okay.
That's right. Renee something. Who would you
Aboriginois.
want us?
Aboriginois? Genois. Okay. Who's ready for the next one? Oh, Kevin is right. Ethan Phillips.
Who the fuck is Ethan Phillips?
Oh,
He
who's
played
in
Neelix.
Trek? Who's in Trek? And not the monster.
Oh. I was thinking, the other dude. Oh, who was in this?
Was it the showgirl?
Yeah, yeah, the gal on the right.
You don't think it was the monster, Dustin Diamond?
No.
Oh,
Lisa.
Karen says it was Lisa. But can you guess where Lisa was? What show?
Next Generation.
IB. DS9.
Gosh, IB.
And Karen.
Wow.
And Karen, yeah.
Oh.
What episode is that?
I just watched it. That's why I thought of it. That's why I brought up this whole category.
Okay.
She was Jake's love interest for one episode, but Nog messed it up
That's right.
because Nog was like, "Females, you talk too much."
That's right. That's the double date.
Yes, they went on a double date, and Nog messed it all up.
And Nog.
Humans.
Come on.
Ooh, who appeared in Trek? This is just going to be for the real old heads.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no idea on this one.
The big gal.
The big gal was
That is not Tilly.
She was the Doomsday Machine. What?
Damn, dude, that's fucked up.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Doomsday Machine.
I'm just saying R.I.P. because it's probably R.I.P., but I don't know. Mgyx, what's your guess?
I'm gonna go the dude in the brown jacket. No. I'm gonna go the dude on the far right because he looks like Malcolm from Enterprise. But I don't know. Let's try not him.
Chat, come on.
Go ahead.
I'm surprised anyone from here. Wow.
I mean, I could Google it real quick.
The skinny blonde.
Michelle Phillips.
IB. Michelle Phillips. Love for Picard.
I had no idea.
He got him a mama.
Her mama.
He wasn't trying to hook up with no papa.
Wait, go back. Go back to the picture.
The skinny one. Not the
That
dude.
doesn't look like her at all, but whatever.
She's a little older.
Yeah, age, man. You ever seen someone get old? All right, I think we got one more. Who appeared in Trek? All of them. This is a tough one.
Oh no, it's what's her face? It's the chick.
Which one? The one in the middle?
I would say the Goblin.
No, it's Mary Jane. I forgot what her name is. So
Goyle?
Yeah,
The Goyle.
what is that?
Kevin says the Goyle.
She's Kirk's mom.
What?
No, it's one Toby. I want to say the guy on the left. I forget his name.
The butler was chief engineer on 1701. Oh, he's talking
Kevin,
Kelvin.
that is not Kirk's mom in the Star Trek 2009.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think so.
Time for the big reveal. Oh, shit.
Damn, dude, told you.
Wow. No kidding.
Kirsten Durst. Done.
Huh.
Yep.
She's been around.
Yep. Probably going to be in another Star Trek, Spider-Man movie, too. All this multiverse. All right, good. That's a fun segment. Ooh, identify the ship. This one has just been like the spike of our podcast has been identify the ship. Here we go. Smelling salts and go.
Something from Voyager.
Oh, because you're talking about the coloring and the picture quality.
Yes.
Maquis?
Mahua?
It could be the Maquis.
I don't think that's right. I'm going to give Chad a chance.
Chad, help me out.
Pull out a
Who
guitar.
we talking about?
Pull out a guitar while we wait.
Not doing that again.
It's the Curzon.
Oh, that's a good guess. The Curzon. Is that even a
What's
thing?
the one?
The Curzon?
What's the one that had the spiky weird hair from Voyager?
It's a Breen Interceptor.
Ah, of course.
This is probably more of a DS9, right?
Or Star Wars, because the Breen are in Star Wars.
Right. Easy one.
Oak, not the old Compans.
Chad's gonna jump in and steal this one.
I got nothing.
That's okay. I'll give the chat an opportunity.
DS9.
All right, I'm gonna give you a clue. It's from a movie.
It is.
I'm going to give you another clue. Picard finds love.
Shoot. I can see it. We're his clone, the Murata.
Not the clone.
The Murata?
Worf gets a zit. It is.
Sona Collector. This is the one where they the ring around the planet is what rejuvenates you.
Son of a bitch.
And so the Sona Collector was going to collect all those particles so that they could.
Right.
It's like the Fountain of Youth chemical.
Yeah, the Sona.
Where they have to stretch that guy's face out.
Right.
All right. Good one. Next one.
Wow. Jupiter 2?
That's the Enterprise.
No, I'm not talking about the ship. Sorry, I was talking about the.
Not say living organism that has interplanetary space flight. Ship.
Think of the mamas and the papas.
Ship is Enterprise. The other one is just a big old self-powered dookie.
Doomsday Machine.
Doomsday.
Was that really the question? Doomsday? That's an easy one. Like a big old blunt.
All right, last
I'm putting
one.
an asterisk next to that. Just say.
I mean, everybody knows that's the Enterprise. Come on now.
You didn't say that.
That's a Viper.
That is not a Viper.
Identify the ship is what we're playing.
Isn't that a Jim Hadar? Or a Dominion ship?
If it was, I'd give you a credit. A demerit. No, a credit.
Then I don't know. Final answer.
Ooh, Breen?
The Flyer, Delta Flyer.
Not the Delta
I'm going to
Flyer.
give you a clue. Enterprise. The show. I think. I'm trying to remember. All right, let's reveal.
Valerian? I don't know.
Andorian battle cruiser.
With motion
That looks
blur.
small.
It's got motion blur because
Going so fast.
that's the shot I got off of Memory Alpha or whatever that site's called with all the Star Trek knowledge.
Doesn't it look small?
It
Or
does look
battle
small.
cruiser?
It looks like it looks like little disjointed pieces that are all just put together like two shuttlecraft stuck to another thing.
That's what she said.
Karen with jokes. Oh, I got one more.
That's what she
Wow,
said.
everybody got quiet on this one.
I want to say it's a Starfleet ship, Federation ship. But I
Oh,
think
Kevin
it's
with the
future.
Kevin jumping in with the big clue. He's very close. That's not the name of the ship, but he's close.
I don't remember it.
It is a time ship. There was like 2 time ships referenced.
Warp ship.
Einstein's theory.
A relativity ship.
Well, that's what it's called. The USS Relativity.
Told you it was a Federation ship.
It is a Federation ship.
Quarter credit.
You were quarter credit. Yes, IB got it. All right, let's do some quick potpourri. I forgot the category here. In Star Trek Deep Space Nine, who destroys the USS Defiant during the Dominion War? Cisco, Wei-Yun, or the Breen Forces? C?
See.
I'm probably going to go C because...
Well, you already said Wei-Yun, so you're on B.
All right, fine. I'll stick with Wei-Yun.
We don't allow answer changers.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they? And they
The
rebuilt
Breen
it.
Forces.
And they rebuilt it too.
Well, they didn't
they?
rebuild it. They got a new
No, they
ship.
just renamed
Oh,
another
okay.
ship.
Yeah, and they just renamed it the Defiant. And yeah. Season 7, episode 20. I got a long way to go before I'm there on my rewatch. In Star Trek Voyager, which crew member sacrifices themselves to prevent a subspace implosion in Timeless? That's a terrible reading on my part. I'm sorry.
See.
Harry
Chakotay,
Kim.
Harry Kim, or 7 of 9? Karen says Harry. Kevin says Harry.
What if that's why Harry never got promoted?
Because he died.
Because he's not really the Harry from this universe.
All right, I might not be saying it's Harry. So I might need to do a Chat GPT fact check on this one, because it's saying 7 dies in the original timeline trying to stop the slipstream failure before Harry changes history. But I think I remember they both die. So this might have been a bad question from Chat GPT. Damn AI.
Hold on. 7 dies in the original timeline.
So was Chakotay then.
Everybody on Voyager dies in the
Everybody
original
died.
timeline.
Because Harry uses the thing to send a cortical message to 7. This is a bad one because 7 is the plot point of the episode.
Yeah.
Because Harry's trying to send a message to her cortical node to not do the slipstream and that they're going to lose. It's going to fail. But everyone technically died except for Harry and Chakotay, because they were in the Delta Flyer ahead of them.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I had a feeling about this one being a questionable question. Oh, you doing cleanup? All right.
It was a good episode. Because I almost started rewatching Voyager, but I told myself I need to rewatch the new series and not the old series.
Let's go 2. 2 more Twisted Teas for me. After I finish this DS9 rewatch, I think I'm going to go TNG.
Nah, dude. We gotta keep up with the new shit.
What new shit? I mean, I'm watching everything new.
Dude, we need to rewatch the new shows, because think of it this way. We've rewatched DS9, yet we haven't talked about DS9, our rewatches. Because they're irrelevant, technically.
All right, here's the thing, though.
After DS9, first of all, I don't think you're going to finish DS9 by the end of the year.
I will.
I don't think you will. I think we need to start off with Picard.
I mean, it might be December 31st, but I will finish.
I think we need to start with Picard.
I don't need to do a Picard rewatch. I'm pretty fresh on Picard.
All right, then Discovery.
Discovery. I've done a rewatch of Discovery not too long ago.
Have not. Plus, those are really short. And the other thing is, those are really short.
And Karen just told me not to rewatch Picard.
Right.
So I got to do what Karen says. I'm going to rewatch.
No, we need to rewatch Picard.
I'm going
There's
to.
some things.
I'm going to rewatch. I'm going to finish my DS9 rewatch, and then I'm going to TNG.
All right, let's rewatch. Let's finish DS9, and then we'll go to Stargate.
No, because listen.
Stargate.
Because listen, as I'm rewatching DS9, I'm realizing that I haven't seen every DS9. And I know that's going to be the case with TNG. I know I'm going to run into an episode or two that I haven't watched.
Man, I don't think I could do that. I think
We need
the
to-
4x3 is going to make me go to sleep.
We need to all watch the same thing.
That's the thing, man.
The thing about rewatching something I've watched recently is it'll be too boring. I'll fall asleep.
Man, we could rewatch Discovery and just do the Where's Waldo and plug in, pull out the plot holes and the bad writing and the wokeness that could have gone without.
Let's do
They're
that.
they're short seasons.
We can already do that. I don't need to rewatch it. But here, let's go to the next question. This was a bad question. In Star Trek Enterprise, who personally disables the Xindi weapon in Earth's orbit? T'Pol, Archer, or Reed?
Archer.
Sounds like we're unanimous on Archer. I'm not going to wait for you, chat, because I think Archer is the answer. In 0 Hour,
B.
Captain Archer boards the Xindi weapon and sets it to self-destruct before it reaches Earth. Unanimous answer. In Star Trek Enterprise, who commands the Columbia NX-02?
A.
Erika Hernandez, Admiral Green, or Dorian McKenzie?
A. Karen got it.
Karen is on top of that. Is she going to say that's what she said?
She wrote it.
It is Erika Hernandez, by the way.
I know. We'll just watch The Office. That's what she said.
A little, she was his side boo, right? Archer's side boo?
Karen's.
I think she was.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember.
Yep.
Let's go to the final question. In Star Trek Generations, who commands the Enterprise B during its maiden voyage? A. Demoris Sulu. B. James Tiberius Kirk. Or C. John Harriman?
I know this one.
This is a trick question.
Kevin got it.
It is both B and C. Starts out with C, then goes to B.
Does it ever go to B?
Yes.
When does it go to B?
Before it explodes.
I thought, no, it doesn't explode. Kirk goes down to fix something.
Right. It was
At one
C.
point in time,
You're thinking
the
of
original
the
captain says-
original movie. You're thinking of the motion
No.
picture.
No, I'm not. Harriman says, well, Admiral, because when they get to a point where like, well, do this or do that, do that. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And he says, well, I defer to you, Admiral Kirk. You take command. And then they're like, oh, no, we got hit. And Kirk says, I will go down to fix this. It's your ship. And Kirk gives command back to Harriman. And then Kirk goes down and then blows up.
So he was just temporary in command.
Yeah, but he was given command.
Yeah. C and
it wasn't just to take it out of dock. It was during the battle situation. Where
You might have to fact check yourself on that one.
Well,
the chat is disagreeing with you.
Okay, well, I disagree with the chat.
Oh my.
All right. According to ChatGPT, though, the answer is C.
And folks, that's what this podcast is all about.
We disagree.
And we can agree.
I said C and then B and then C again.
Even
that
though
was chain of command. During that opening scene of Generations.
And that puts the FU in fun that I was talking about earlier.
And I put the N in fun.
Yes.
By saying no, that's not the right answer.
And transmission.
Let me stop.
Chat all left.
The chat said
Chat's all done.
We're done with this.
Chat away.
we don't do this. Let's go to the wide shot so you guys can see PVG's thighs.
Hey, man.
Suck in real
Come
quick.
on.
Suck in.
Man.
Oh.
Stop.
PVG, we need to
Thigh shot.
chat.
Wow.
We need to send PVG some basketball shorts.
Dude needs to cover his knees.
Jeez.
Like the 80s called.
Man, it's like a dove. It's like a Dove commercial in here with them creamy thighs.
Damn, dude, you didn't have to put creamy in there with it.
You guys, that's it. I'm done.
I mean,
done.
I'm not even gonna go 80s. I'm gonna go 70s. Called. They want their shorts back. All you need is some calf socks with a two red
After this, he's
stripes
got
at
a
the top.
tryout for the American Basketball Association.
No, they
Right.
if I stand up, they come down. It's just a little bunched up.
No,
They're a little too tight.
They little too
I'm wearing basketball shorts right
my
now,
schlong.
and they're to my knees.
Stand up. Let's see.
No, I'm
You
good.
ain't got no wide shot.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean to show the whole room.
He's dead,
No. No. I did think about that though. I've been watching a lot of small house YouTube videos and how people are building houses out of containers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking of I may do that at one point and just build a small house, a tiny house, and because I don't really need a big house, or just build
Get
it
you an
on
RV.
as a studio. So what?
Get you an RV.
How many containers
No.
would you use? More than one.
You're gonna
Probably
stack them
3.
high.
You can. You could stack them. I've seen configurations where some people have done 3,
Double
one's
wide, triple
240,
high.
and then one's off to the side.
Magic.
I've seen
I
4.
I would do 4, but all in one level. You don't need to go up and down.
No,
No,
the
long
4 in
ways.
2 levels
Long
looks
way.
really cool because they
Like a
literally
bowling
put them
alley.
like a fire, so that the middle is open, and that's like they made like a garden or a water recovery system and things like that in the middle of it. So, like I said, I've been watching a lot of those, and it's pretty nice.
They're pretty cheap
And some
too.
just use it as an outdoor deck, where the middle is like where they have their upstairs like barbecue pit, things like that, and then the middle bottom floor is like a storage area. So,
In back to like Trek talk, kind of what we
What?
do here. Sometimes we talk Trek. I have been seeing a ton of different posts from various people, some pretty reliable sources, that this new Paramount ownership is really big on Star Trek. Like,
I've
there's
been
a
seeing that too.
whole bunch of shows that they're movies, shows. Like, there could be a lot of stuff in the works right now. I guess
like they're damn near greenlighting the 4th movie, the 4th.
Oh,
Cullen movie.
I just saw.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
think I sent you guys that TikTok with John Cho and Chris Pine, where they're like chilling. Yeah, I think, and Simon Pegg's already put out his interview where he thinks that Star Trek Kelvin 4 is just like right around the corner.
I really like that cast.
Oh, that's a good cast. And J.J. Abrams, he's just got that high energy way he directs. Yeah, that's I think I saw that on Tachyon Pulse. What Kevin just said, that unfortunately the guy who made Section 31 is still
Kurtzman.
going to be and he's probably got to finish up the Strange New World. He's got this Starfleet Academy, which I know Tachyon said that Starfleet Academy might not ever even see screen time, even though they're making it.
Batgirl movie.
The Batgirl movie.
What's that? Hopefully they will release the rights and he can get more affordable merch.
Yeah. I did mention that I've been seeing so many ads for Star Trek stuff, like shirts. I ordered a hat. So I got a hat coming. I got a cough again.
Oh, I ordered a shirt. It's in the other room.
Oh.
I was going to wear it, but then I realized that I got this like
Yeah, that's
3
a pretty
days
nice
ago.
shirt you got on there.
the
Really can't tell.
technically Trek. We're gonna put that up on the.
Wow.
We'll have to put that up on the. What do we call it? The description, links to the technically Trek T-shirt.
Hey, we should sell them. No.
Yeah. Well, we'll just send some out to our loyal viewers.
I need the font.
Yeah.
I need the font, by the way, for this. Send me the font that you used,
Okay.
so I can order and design some other merch to go with
We
it.
might have to ask Craig what the font is.
Right. Oh,
Who designed the whole thing though? I thought you did that.
No, Craig did.
Craig. Yeah. Our
Craig?
one of our past sponsors.
Maddie's dad.
Maddie's daddy.
Okay. All right. Well, so it's open then. All right. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out.
Oh, look at that. Kevin was looking for our merch.
We'll have to reach out to Kevin
Yeah.
because we're a new. I mean,
Yeah, you're catching us on the ground floor.
we're a new channel, right? Like we just started in February of 2025. I've looked at a lot of other Star Trek podcasts, channels, etc., whatever they are. Man, these guys have been around a long time. So, I think
Huge IP.
yeah.
People forget
No,
that.
Star Trek's
I mean,
been around a long time.
60 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what we need to start rewatching the new stuff and not staying on the old stuff. Because I've seen a lot of these podcasts as well, and a lot of them drop off because they're only talking about the new. They're only talking about the old
I think
stuff.
let me. I don't know what is going on with my throat today. Hold on.
COVID.
Sinus post nasal drip.
Oh,
You know what? The
is.
Twisted Tea is burning my throat tonight for some reason.
That's not Twisted Tea.
You know what? I should have
I'm
switched
just
to
gonna
cut
say-
water.
If it happens every time you drink and you start coughing, hey, that's how I figured out end up in the hospital. When I had my valley fever, every time I drank something, I would start coughing. By the third or fourth day, when I drank something, I would immediately throw it up. But hey, you do you, boo boo.
Thanks. Thanks, N and Fun. All right. Check it out.
Oh, shit.
Now you made me forget what I was going to say.
You were talking about other podcasts. In the future, if you can, it would be nice to see your names below the videos so we can refer your specific questions. Oh, so he's winning our overlay.
All right. I will add the names to our scenes.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know each other's names either.
I don't know who these guys are.
We used to actually do that in our other podcasts. We had our names, but this is more tailored to our portrait or our headshots versus how we were before, because we have a center screen and we show stuff.
I'll add it. I actually thought about adding it because I am reworking the scenes a little. Like the scenes tonight have borders around them. Like I've been doing little bits.
I wonder if I can do, because I just realized that mine's not even in here. My little delta.
Oh yeah. Hey, is that cricket sound coming from in my garage?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything.
We're in a garage, by the way.
I don't know what you're running here.
Oh, why is my scene not updated? Are we that far behind? Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to move that a little bit. It's not exactly where it needs to be.
I don't know if the viewers can see that. Probably not.
There we go.
Yeah, the viewers can see it. On the back of our microphones, I added little deltas.
I'm not cool.
On the back of the Shure SM7Bs, I added some deltas. The problem is when I talk.
Oh, snap. That needs to go behind me.
If I don't talk, then I don't cough. That's saying that.
But you didn't cough yet, so.
All right, let me gather my thought. I did have a thought.
Most illogical.
Oh, we do have. Did I go back to the wide view for a second?
Hold on, let me suck it in.
Everybody, suck your gut in. Pull your shorts down, man. God damn, your shorts are tight. Your shorts are high rise, man.
Stop it.
Oh my.
It's like you're sitting next to me wearing like
Wow.
spandex.
Wow.
Did you bike down
You know
here?
what? I'm just going to let it all hang. Shh. I'm embarrassed.
I forgot why I wanted to go to this shot. But, I was going to say the third chair's open. We're just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. If anybody wants to come hang out for an hour or two.
Sit next to me, baby.
Yep, next to them shorts.
Bring some sunscreen.
Yes. Yeah.
Wear sunglasses. Might get blinded. I had I wanted to talk about something, and now I can't remember what it was. It's this coughing. It's making me forget, like, what I'm trying to do here.
You wanted to talk about Clinton County's #1 podcast? Is that where you were?
We are in Clinton County, Illinois, by the way. Every time I take a drink and I start talking, I cough.
That's what I said. Post-nasal drip.
Post-nasal drip.
So when your sinuses fill up and it starts dripping down the back of your throat.
Oh, I was going to talk about the podcast about
Shit.
I was going to talk about something Kevin had mentioned. We were talking about all these shows that were getting pitched. The fourth Kelvin movie is most likely going to happen. Supposedly another movie has already been greenlit. That's going to be another prequel.
Yeah, that's the Star Trek Year One.
Yeah. And then the Archer one, I really think the Archer one's going to happen because network executives just love Scott Bakula. Like, even if his show is not going to pan out, they just love the dude.
He's a nice guy, what I understand.
Yeah.
Right down to earth.
And they'll just put him in a show, you know?
And I don't know if he's doing anything actively acting now.
No, NCI. Well, he's doing the Broadway musical. I'm so tired of
okay with
prequels.
You're not kidding.
I'm okay with the prequels as long as it's something new. Like we said, that Starfleet Recovery. So do you remember when the Marvel movies first came out? There was a TV show called Damage Control, I think it was. Or like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It referenced what was going on in the movies, but it was like, okay, you had the Avengers fight in New York, and then they left. And you literally went over a team that had to clean it up. So same thing with the burn and everything else. You can have, or like the spaceship we just saw in Strange New Worlds was the original NASA ships they sent out. You could have a prequel that goes over that thing, or the Archer show that fills in the gap that we have no idea how we got to these things. Like in Enterprise, hey, we got to red alert because Reed was saying we need a faster way to arm our shields, arm the weapons, and do this with one command, have it done.
I mean, I think we're okay with Enterprise, right? Before, when we first started this podcast, I was anti-Enterprise.
You hated Enterprise.
But now I'm a fan of Enterprise. I like Enterprise.
Yes.
I mean, is it perfect? Obviously, nothing's perfect, but I like it. It's okay.
It's gooder. Much gooder.
But if we do a prequel, I would like to see maybe something like a Rogue One, right?
Look, I've said this before, I'll say it again. And I'll build on to the executives. Make a series that goes over R2 being president, having to deal with the repercussions of World War III,
Archer's not going to be president until way after that, though.
He's still got to build like they just said, like Uhura said. Was it Uhura? Or maybe in Voyager, where they were talking about we had just put out the fires of World War III. Oh, actually, it was Strange New Worlds. He said we just put out the fires of World War III, and then these people left, and they were the best of us. You could have a show where Archer becomes president, on the foundation and how the Starfleet was built and how it integrated with the Makos and the world armies and things like that. Build on the things that none of the stories have touched on. If you're going to do a prequel, we already know how it's going to end. So make your writing good to fill in those stories. And then I agree.
I mean, the writing's got to be good no matter what.
I agree. We need to move on from Kirk and Spock. I'm not saying jump to Picard. I'm saying move past Picard. All of them. Do the Starfleet Legacy with 7 and 9 and Jack and LaForge's daughter and Sulu's daughter. And hell, you could throw Wesley Crusher in there as a tie-in with Q's kid. You can do all of that. And that would be a new Star Trek. Doesn't have to be a prequel, but we do need to move on from the old generation. There's a passing of the torch, a changing of the guard. That has to be done because all the executives that don't know shit about Star Trek lore, all these nitpicky things that they're doing that are basically greed oriented, put so much time between the movies that you can't get the actors back in and make it relevant to their time of their age because they've aged so much. Like Pine is now 12 years older than he was. 12 years has passed since they last did the movie.
Right.
You can't keep doing that anymore because next thing you know, you're gonna have Kirk be 50. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do a remake of Generations? A remake of
a Generations reboot.
Well, they already did Khan, so what's the one after that? With the Klingons.
Shatner gonna outlive them all.
Yeah, no kidding.
Shit, he's 95.
What was the one with the Klingons? Not Strange New Worlds. The Final Frontier, I think. Where they saved the Klingon ambassador. You do a remake of that? Come on, dude. Stop remaking the same shit.
Would you be good like with like a live action of Lower Decks?
Yes, I would love a live action of Lower Decks.
And I bet Karen would too.
Well, that's the thing. The chick Tawny is doing a show. I think it's been greenlit.
Writing, yeah.
For a show that she's doing. It's live action. I don't know if it's going to be Lower Deck, but it's supposed to be more of a comedy, Star Trek.
And there's going to be a spinoff on Cinemax called Lower Deck.
So honestly, if they did a Lower Decks episode or a show, because they were the California class, they aren't the Titans or anything. Right. That could be the show that you do the
Star Trek recovery
with. Yeah, because that's all B-rated missions.
Yeah. I think there's an opportunity here now that they've got this new leadership, these new executives at Paramount, Skydance, and they have money to throw, right? I mean, they just spent $7 billion on that $7 billion on that UFC contract. They could throw a couple dollars at Star Trek. You try not to yawn. You tried not to yawn.
Kevin says, "Look how long The Simpsons has been on."
Yeah, but The Simpsons stayed relevant.
What about Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who kind
Doctor
of.
Who's dying.
Yeah.
Because they're running into the same thing that Star Trek is. They're getting writers who aren't following the lore of Doctor Who, and they're just writing bullshit. And then it's
He's about to say the W word.
What?
What?
Woke.
Writers?
Woke. Oh, is it really? No kidding.
It got a little woke, yeah, because you had it got there was some woke era in it, and
but it's still the same TARDIS and everything.
It's the same TARDIS, but
different doctors, but it's just wow, it got woke. I haven't seen that.
It wasn't. It didn't get as uncomfortably woke as Discovery. It definitely didn't get uncomfortably woke as Lioness. And I'm not saying that there's an issue with girl on girl scenes.
Scissor lock.
I'm saying when it's unattractive girl on girl scenes and it's forced into the story arc like it was, that is what I mean by woke, forced woke. I don't care if two people are gay.
You're saying ugly girls making out is woke?
When it's forced, and you could tell that it's forced.
Oh,
like
just so they can show some
to the story line at all,
or like throwing a bone to the LGB community.
And it's just put in there to put in there. It's like, what the fuck? You're literally wasting time. We need to know what the president is doing, and is he giving a green light for this operation to invade this country? Nah, you're gonna put some girl on girl over the clothes, heavy petting. Like
heavy petting?
It was look
what
you see
Kevin
more on
and Karen said.
Cinemax.
See what Kevin said. I'm sure Dorn would not do Worf that way more too. Karen says Spork wouldn't interest you.
No. No, I mean, if you're gonna put that relationship in, make it part of the show where it's not forced. Keep it Star Trek. Keep it sci-fi. Nobody gives a fuck about your relationship. Everybody's like, all right, cool. Those two are together. Those two are together. We know how they go out. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you don't have to make a whole scene about it.
So-and-so is going to come rescue him. We know why so-and-so is trying to rescue another person and is adamant about it, going against the captain. It's because we know they have a relationship. But you're not forcing this pillow talk, 5-minute pillow talk scenes into all of these episodes 3 or 4 times an episode. That is what I mean by forced.
Is the Stamets and whatchamacallit doctor relationship, you think that's kind of forced?
I thought so.
Completely forced.
Yeah, there's too much kissing.
If you want to do that,
No, it's not even kissing. It's just too much. I literally just watched an episode and they're like, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm fine. That's not a nothing fine. That's a lying fine. It's literally like having a conversation that has absolutely nothing to do with the episode. It's completely pillow talk, basically. They weren't on a pillow. They were on a couch, but I call it pillow talk. It's the conversations you have to have with your partner to placate whatever it is you're trying to avoid spending too much time on it. They did it with Stamets and the doctor. They did it with Adira and the Trill. The only one that didn't feel really forced was Berman and Book. No, I take that back. Burnham and Ash.
Ash Tyler, my favorite.
It didn't feel forced. Berman and Book felt forced.
I want an Ash Tyler spinoff.
No.
Can we get an Ash Tyler Section 31 spinoff where he's got Reed as his sidekick?
Oh, God.
No, I got a better one.
Oh,
why have we not seen a full Klingon show?
Oh, a Klingon show. Kapla!
All these other races.
I know
all these
Klingons.
other races are out there. Everything's happened. Why have we not shown from the TOS time frame what the Klingons were doing?
Hey,
Or the Vulcans, let's see some Ponfar action, baby.
if
now you fucked
you
it
know
up.
what, this just made me think of something I was going to bring up earlier. If Earth, after World War III, if we sent a ship up where this ship went off into space and started commandeering or scavenging other technology, wouldn't the Vulcans have said, you know what, they're probably ready for first contact?
I don't think they had warp speed, so
It
they
doesn't
wouldn't even
matter.
fuck with them.
But why was it warp speed that mattered if they're out there scavenging or conquering? Like, they got to the point where they could destroy a planet. Don't you think Vulcan would say, you know what, maybe it's time to talk to Earth. Maybe it's time to visit Earth because they've sent a ship out that can destroy a planet. They can't go to warp speed yet, but they can destroy a planet.
I think it was beyond their sector. They everyone said it was a spaceship that always sat on the edge or just beyond the edge of the galaxy. So no one fucked with them.
Before I knew it was humans that was in charge of that ship.
I'm agreeing with you. IB, Star Trek anthology show, kind of like how the Star Trek shorts were. That would be great. But I agree with Tom. Why did none of the other why didn't the Klingon, first of all, you just sort of D9 battlecruiser. Why did the Klingons not go after him and hunt him down?
Well,
And
maybe
to
it was
Vulcans
an
know about 'em.
abandoned ship. Maybe it was a ship that they had just left drifting in space.
It's possible. It's possible. But then once they got to, like you said, the planet destroying level, why didn't the Vulcans investigate them further?
Yeah.
Because what their face said, even the Gorn avoided them.
And maybe that's why the Gorn hate humans.
Because they fucked them up.
Because these scavengers fucked up the Gorn.
Oh,
now we know
Nope.
why the Gorn is going to now become friends with humans.
because they're an offset to species 8472.
What? Oh, that's not
I
what
think
I was
the Gorn
thinking.
are an offset of species 8472.
And that's
that
where they go off
adapted
to
to
when they go back to the sun flares.
Yeah, I think they're offset and they adapted to live in our realm, and they're trying to fend off
I don't know.
humans.
Dude,
And that's
species
why-
8472? Species
Could be.
8472 was damn
Fluidic
near
space.
untouchable.
And the Gorn are damn near untouchable.
Well,
Up
Pike
until
tricked him pretty easy.
he tricked them. He didn't defeat them. He tricked them.
I thought it was Strange New Worlds version of the Doomsday Machine.
Who, the Gorn?
No, the ship.
scavenger.
The scavenger. It's,
okay.
all it's doing is eating planets, but that's all we saw from the original series, and then...
How many did you bring me? Two?
I possibly think there's a lot of that shit left, and a lot of it was automated, like the tentacles. When I saw the tentacles come out, it reminded me of Galvatron
It was AI.
from the Transformers movie.
Chat GPT.
But then I realized, if those are all automated, is it possible that drifting debris is what leads to the board?
Oh, I think Karen was asking IB to explain more about the Star Trek anthology show.
So the anthology is we discussed it before, of having these 3 arc episodes that fill in the gap. Like you could have a Archer 3-part episode, and then you could have a Academy, or what happened during World War III.
Why is my air
it's
conditioner
hot in
just
here.
kicked on?
It's 200 degrees outside.
Yeah, but you got a fan pointed at you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me turn off my AC. Hold on.
So for IB, I understand the Gorn had the species 8472 had 3 legs.
Damn, it got
and,
up to 82
and they're
in here.
bipedal. But if you remember in Voyager, species 8472 took human shape after a while and had a entire training camp that was based on Starfleet Academy, where they posed as humans. I'm just giving a thought of what they could be, but I'm more really interested on this ship that they just blew up. And I'm wondering if that was the only one, because they said they launched like 11 of them out there. I'm wondering if there's more of these ships out there.
You would think there would be more than one. Like, why would they put all, like, if they said what 7,000 humans had died in that explosion? Yeah, why would they all be in one ship? They would have colonized a planet.
Generational ship. Yeah, but remember, they only know what their parents taught them going forward. And they picked up whatever technology they carried over.
But they would learn from other species.
Yeah, but those other species aren't fucking with humans.
Why?
Until recently, though. So when they got that D9 battle cruiser, I'm sure there was some database in there that had something about Earth and the Federation.
Earth?
If they learned how to read Klingon. But if they didn't know how to read Klingon, they wouldn't know shit.
It just, the problem is, here's the problem with some of these scenarios, right? Where,
well, hold on. So IB mentioned it would be good if there was more than one ship. My thought process is it's kind of like the 100. Is if eventually those 100, those 11 or how many ships they launched got out there and didn't make it back, and they all decided, we didn't find anything out here. Let's just link up, share resources, and just go away and live our own lives. So you take 11, and that would hold 7,000 people. As if you took all 11 ships, daisy-chained them up together, and then started building on those. You would have definitely enough space for 7,000 people. But I really hope there's more than one ship out there.
Or a planet, or a colony, right? That's going to want vengeance.
Kind of
They're going to want vengeance.
I mean, that could be how Chakotay's people got out to that planet. Because we always ask, how did humans get out to the Delta Quadrant, other than alien abductions that they showed in Voyager?
Speaking of Chakotay, is that a missed romance?
What was your thought?
A what romance?
A missed romance. Chakotay.
Chakotay and who?
Janeway.
Janeway, yeah.
And that would have never worked.
But he wanted it to work.
No, he just didn't want to get airlocked.
You don't think Chakotay had feelings for Janeway?
No.
I think he wanted to be with her.
I think he wanted her to understand that there's more to life. So Chakotay always wanted to settle down.
With Janeway.
He's like, look, no, he wanted the entire ship to settle down. He's like, look.
Right.
If
like
we
give
don't
up
find
on
a
the
faster
give
way
up going
there,
home.
Yeah, give up on going home. Let's settle on a planet, let's settle our lives and start having babies. Kind of like Battlestar Galactica. Janeway was like, no, we're not gonna do it. He was like,
self-destruct sequence.
Even if we don't battle anyone ever and don't have to fight anyone, we're gonna run out of fuel before we get there. So
dilithium?
So why?
Yeah, find some more.
Is that the fuel? Dilithium?
Dilithium crystals.
And what if there's no dilithium? It even says, what if there's no dilithium in this quadrant?
Impulse.
The EMH? EMH and 7?
So yeah, Chakotay and Janeway, that never would happen. He was always just trying to settle down. But you said you had another thought before Chakotay. About Strange New Worlds.
Yes. Okay, so we were talking about... No. I think I said my thought, right? Like, I didn't like that... I don't like that in some of these Star Trek scenarios, and I think you see it with like these ships that take off from Earth pre-warp, that all of a sudden are powerful or they overpower other ships. And it's like you don't show us how it got to that point, right? It can't just get to that point. Like 200 years later, now this big scavenger ship exists. What are you drinking?
Diet Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Like there's got to be a lead up to it. See, I think when they do an episode like this, they should just show like maybe 5 minutes of backstory. How did you get to this point? Like, how did this scavenger ship get to the point where it's powerful enough to destroy a planet? You left Earth.
Why didn't they try and save anyone?
Who?
Well, they said that there's too much debris. Why didn't they try and save any information, like archives or logs from the ship?
They couldn't save all of them, but some of them at least.
I mean, hell, one or two.
Yeah.
Shit, there's a shuttlecraft in there. But even that, why didn't you go through any of the electronics to save, the logs or memory modules from the ship?
Yeah.
Why didn't you be like, yo, and they're probably not all wearing environmental suits. You could have, I think they could have done more.
Right.
They could have done more there. They definitely could have sent news to that relay point they were talking about and have them come salvage that information, if not for data mining, for recovery.
Right.
That's a original Earth ship. They could have, hey, where have you been? The logs from that, the navigation system, any of that. How did you get these? Because they had the tentacles that were wrapping up ships. Where did you get that technology from? So that's what I'm saying. They could have spent more time. Uhura had that one little PowerPoint presentation at the end. I would have given her a D+. You need to expand on this a bit more.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, these things just end up powerful, and it doesn't make sense that they can get powerful.
I originally thought, like Karen says, like halfway through that episode when I saw them walking around in the big ass boots and suits, I thought they were the Packlets because there was all junk. I was like, oh shit, these are the Packlets? I was waiting for them to come out and do the Packlet speech, but
why would they be wearing those big spacesuits?
Because they flooded the containment area with non-breathable gas. So it would be like filling a
Pike and Chapel were breathing.
If I want to rob you, I could seal up your house, obviously, fill it with chlorine gas. You don't have a mask, so you go to your bunker or whatever, and the gas doesn't get to you, but everything that I want to sell is covered in gas. I go with an environmental suit. I'm fine. You can't stop me.
I think that was more of an environmental suit. It was a beefed up, just for enemy action.
I'm sure.
But I think either somebody in the chat way earlier, said once they realized that Enterprise or Farragut was human, why didn't they just stop and say, hey, my people?
Because, like I said, I thought about that too. I think they did it because they only knew what their parents and their parents' parents taught them.
They're probably really
Humans
confused.
from Earth are crazy. They're destroying themselves. They're all about war and greed. We're leaving. We're never going back. But ideally, and I think the one dude that could have shot Pike and didn't was like, maybe they were wrong because they're not trying to kill us. They're just trying to stun us. But that's why I said there needs to be more backstory on this show. They need another episode where they run into another one of these ships. Hopefully they don't get fucked up because they just killed 7,000 of them. And you find out what happened. How did they make it there? How did these ships get so fucking big? How did you defeat all these other spacefaring species with no help from Earth.
That's what I find unrealistic, right? These guys launched basically in the Space Shuttle Challenger, and then they ended up being able to assimilate or take over all this technology.
I mean, they took over that Klingon ship and surely there would have been knowledge of what humans are doing, with the Federation
But like you
of
said,
Planet.
that could have been an abandoned ship.
Man, I'm sure the memory banks are.
The sad thing is there will not be another show to touch on this episode.
Unless they have lower decks follow up with them.
Unless there's another revenge episode like they did with the
Or-
Mbenga and the Klingon girl.
Or you do Star Trek Legacy with Seven and the crew, because this huge ass generational ship is never mentioned again.
Or
Maybe
the
they're
powers
still out there.
Or the powers that be are watching us.
Strange New Worlds doesn't necessarily have to be about the Enterprise, right? I mean, season 4, they could say, you know what? We're going to follow a different ship now. We're called Strange New Worlds.
I think in the title of the description, it says it's about following the Enterprise with its captains and blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's just some words they can change.
I think we need to get Gordon Levitt that did the Greenlight Project and Ben Affleck. Somebody needs to greenlight that, where the true fans can write in and say, hey, this is the idea I want to see done. And, come up with a great...
I don't know if anybody would ever agree, though. Because I think
But
we were
you don't
saying
have to
earlier
agree with
that
it.
true, like the diehard old heads didn't like Next Generation. Then they didn't like DS9. Then they didn't like Voyager. Then they didn't like Enterprise.
But what I'm saying is, all you need is somebody who likes Star Trek, who's a billionaire, that can afford to do like a pilot. You're not going to have A-list
Well, I think you got
actors.
that now. The new CEO of Skydance, Paramount.
Counts me
Okay,
out.
then they can have them do it.
Yeah.
But be like, hey, like the anthology that we were saying,
IB.
I could say, hey, I want to do I think a really great anthology would be about Archer and the end of World War III, or all these ships that launched over the years before we got to warp drive, or saying, hey, I want to pick up where between Discovery and when Discovery, between warp travel and the burn, and find out where all these other ships that have been stranded are. I want to do a 3-story arc, and they pay for it. And, you go in there, you tell the writers, hey, this is what I want, because you're not locked into, well, Kirk does this, and so
Wait, are
does
ships
this.
stranded after the burn, or didn't the warp cores explode?
Anyone who was at warp exploded, I believe, or did heavy damage. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of ships that are out there that don't know that they can use the warp cores.
Yeah,
So go find them,
because they're afraid, right?
because they don't know the burn is fixed. They simply don't know. Like, tell that story. Or tell the story of World War III. No, that led to them building, the Titan missile, turning the Titan missile into the Phoenix, leading up to First Contact.
I would be curious how they got everybody on Earth to become part of this utopian society.
How
There would have
Earth
had to been some
Sector
major
Zero.
manipulation going on of people.
How did Earth become Sector 001?
Because it's in the middle.
But it's not.
Middle
Or
of
an
our
anthology
galaxy.
of, like I said, do a Klingon 3-story arc. Hey, this is the Kittimer. How did we get to Kittimer Accords? Because they had that whole war.
So you're saying why did all these Federation planets agree that the Earth would be Sector 001
Right.
and not
Somehow they did.
not their little area.
Exactly. Earth is not. You showed the
Like,
map.
why
Earth
wouldn't
is
the
not in
Vulcan,
middle.
like before the Earth came along, wouldn't the Vulcans have already had their own sector maps?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Tell the story of Vulcan. Hey, you know what? Spock has said it, and T'Pol said it. Show the story of how the Vulcans went from
The Vulcan Fox.
Vulcan and the Romulans. Where was that split at? Show that. There's a lot of stories that are out there that no one ever tells. And yes, I understand that there's novels out there. Kevin says because the Federation is founded on Earth. Show the beginnings of the Federation. If you watch Enterprise, the final speech where Archer, the final scene where Archer's giving the speech, show the next day.
Yeah,
show
and I
when
mean,
Archer leaves the Enterprise and becomes president. What happened to the rest of the crew?
like these other species were not interested in being friends with each other, right? It was
Exactly.
Earth that said, "Let's all be friends, celebrate our differences."
Right.
Too late. You're slow.
I know that took too long.
Damn.
Don't even push it. Don't push it right
don't
now.
The
even
moment's
have it.
passed.
It took
The
too
moment has
long.
passed.
You have
Yeah.
smoked yourself retarded.
Yeah, that took too long.
Oh, it's not even here.
Are you on the right page?
Yeah. All I have is this.
We're hearing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Turn a whole lot, man.
We'll get your buttons squared away. This is what happens when I switch out computers.
Yeah.
You change it.
But I did give you the chipmunk microphone effect.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
See, there you go. All right. Well, shoot.
I think the anthology series is going to be the best option, but we just need someone who makes billions to greenlight it, and not and take have the fan that submitted it be the executive on it. They don't have to write it out, because some people just aren't good at writing, but they're good at giving you the idea
So,
of what needs to happen.
like, look at Kevin's comment.
That's a great point, Kevin.
Humanity is being showcased. So, basically, someone like Gene Roddenberry is basically saying once humanity gets out there in the universe, will become the center of attention.
But and also the Vulcans, they say, "Gosh, those humans are stupid and they're reckless, but goddamn, they know how to party."
Jeffrey Combs, isn't that Wayun?
Let's change the
yes,
the
that
name.
is also the Andorian.
Let's change the
Shran?
name Earth to
Shran?
Planet Awesome.
I like Shran. What happened to Shran? Can we bring Shran back? Don't Andorians live a long time?
He died.
Is that for sure?
I think so. He's
It's brought up
sacrificed
in one of
himself.
the.
I thought it wasn't for sure though.
Well, it was reported that he died,
Yeah, he
but
could
he may have
survived.
not died, and he may
Yeah.
have faked his death.
Right. I'd like Shran back. Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey
want-
Combs was kind of like that other guy that played a bunch of characters. I forgot about the short that we put out that had that one
You know
guy.
what? You know what would be a good 3-story arc?
Oh.
The first DS1, or you could do Starbase 1 as well, because that's our first deep space,
That's
or
the ISS.
first Starbase,
Yeah.
and then you would literally have DS1 as the first deep space. All of these anthologies you could literally do. You could make them competing as well,
Yeah.
so you're not stuck in one thing and you're not overloading, and you could literally turn that into a 22 episode season. It's saying, Kevin says it's saying that all the races represent parts of ourselves, but we bring them together. That is not saying Gene was wanting us to be better than anyone, just a catalyst to being better together. You are correct. And he also used it as social commentary for society at the time. And unfortunately, some people are saying our society at this time is very woke. But damn.
What
I
time?
think
That time or this time?
this time. And that's why some people are saying the woke is so overforced in it. It's because in reality, right now in real life, the wokeness is getting overwhelming and it's being forced on people who don't want it forced on them. And that's why they're writing the wokeness into the shows.
Oh, you're saying I'm fine with seeing two guys kiss, but you don't have to make it every other scene.
Exactly. You want to do your thing, that's fine, but don't take up the entire episode and then call it, well, it's character development. Motherfucker, you got 10 other episodes to develop a character, and the last time I checked, this show is not about these characters. It's about the sci-fi-ness of it. So if you want to write that show for those two characters, make your own Star Trek show.
Maybe there's some sci-fi stipulations in the gay community.
And call it Trek 90210. Or
Like,
Trek
like
Rose
zero
Place.
zero gravity scissor lock. I don't know.
I call it whatever. It doesn't need to take up the entire show.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't. And
we are allies, by the way.
like I said, I don't care what you do. Just don't.
Next episode, Mgyx's Delta badge is going to be the colors of the rainbow.
It will not be that ever. That'll be Tom. Oh, did I send you the other dual display?
No.
To replace your one that you have, it's the L cars.
Oh, you'll have to send that over.
I think it's Voyager dual.
To replace this one behind me?
Yeah, but it's a complete L cars one. Like it looks
right
like
here?
it just came off the ship.
On the TV? Can't really see it all the way because it's
two
cropped.
full monitors. It looks like a dual display.
Okay. Did I already mention we got a third chair open for anybody in the St. Louis area that wants to come hang out? We even got the new Shure SM7B microphone right there, a new pair of Rode NT50 headphones. So we are all set up.
You have to bring your own sunglasses because you will be sitting next to Shiny Thigh.
Shine Thai.
Shiny Thigh.
He's a new character from a Netflix anime. All right, we're going to wrap, though, because I got to go outside, and Captain Lazard is trying to transport over.
I mean, you've gone through 6 Twisteds.
I know. How?
2%.
I ain't even buzzed, and I've had like 6 Twisteds.
No, you had 5. Who's counting, though? Cutwater, baby. That's where it's at.
No, we can't add anybody with video chat. I have to prepare a scene. It's not like TikTok where we can just click a box in. I have to build a scene in OBS, and then I have to give that person a link to log in to our portal. Because Crewman Mgyx is in Sacramento. We're in St. Louis. So he joins in remotely, but it's all like prearranged, you know, like he's got a certain link he uses. Yeah, we don't have like it's not like a dynamic on the fly type setup that we're using for the stream. But
it's not like a Zoom meeting.
It's not like Google Chat. It's a different setup. It's called what's it called? VDO.Ninja?
Think so.
Yeah, VDO.Ninja. It's nice. It's a free service, but it's pretty powerful and it's low latency. And I think we've had like up to 5 people in there.
Well, I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
Yeah, StreamWorks is pretty popular. StreamWorks is actually based on OBS. So we're using OBS as our stream platform. That's like the free version of StreamWorks.
I enjoyed my OBS.
No, OBS is fine. I mean, I think we do good, and we're able to. I was thinking about starting to multicast out to like Twitch, Kick, TikTok, some other things. But I got the new Mac Studio in here to be able to handle the output power of that. We haven't dropped any frames tonight. We're running right now at a 9 millisecond frame render rate, which is really good. I think the goal is 16 milliseconds, so we're like half that. So we got potential to do more. Oh, I'm still showing your thighs, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Sorry about that.
I know I'm the eye candy on the show, but geez.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Thigh meats.
But all right, let's wrap it up. Final thoughts of the night.
Go Cardinals.
What? Wait, hold on. We're not done yet. PVG, did you do your homework?
I did not. I was.
Man, you are fired.
I know. I'm busy. I was just busy.
So you didn't watch any Star Trek at all this week?
Strange New Worlds. That was it.
That was it, man. You're not gonna pass
And
the
I
class.
barely got that in.
Man,
I will say this:
busy guy.
I just watched it today, because I was watching the other. I wanted to finish Lioness.
Oh, my finger movements are wrong. That's not.
I'll tell you what. The last few episodes of Strange New Worlds, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
It was interesting. There was new plots. I didn't like the telephone thing. That was so
They're
stupid.
They're definitely doing better than Discovery.
All right, what was so bad about the telephone thing? What annoyed you about that?
Okay, I work for a school system for our audience, and where are you going? And then I deal with phones and 4 wires, 6 wires. Why, and they why does this what's her name? Pelia? Commander Pelia. Why does she have so many phones? I don't have that many phones. And they're running wire. Why couldn't they use a 2-way radio? And put repeaters around the ship.
So this is the benefit. This is kind of why I actually have a wired phone still. When it comes, Infinity, if you're watching, yeah, this is aimed at you. Wi-Fi will never be the end-all, be-all to communications, whether it's over the phone, wireless, into the internet. It's great. It's it's convenient, but it's not the best way to connect. Plugging in directly is. Over Wi-Fi or wireless, like the intercom system, can be jammed because it's just a radio frequency. Like in the Star Trek movie, if you just play a loud enough noise, it's going to jam that signal. If you put out a frequency that opposes that wireless signal, you're jammed. You can't do anything. But
Right.
what you can't do is you can't jam a hardwired system going from point A to point B. That's fine. Unless you're on the ship and you're running an electrical surge through that wire that's offsetting its conductivity, you're not going to jam that.
Well,
Pelia has those phones.
I understand that
they're-
because that's why we use fax machines still that are
Pelia
wired for
has
security
those
reasons.
phones because they are classic phones for the arrows. So if you notice, she had a.
But did you see the wires that they were using? It was like a bird's nest of copper. It was terrible. They could have used something
Yeah, but
better.
that's just the wire. That's just the wire into the plug.
They couldn't replicate something better. I mean, it was just a jumble of wires. They weren't even coded. They were all bare wires.
No, they were coated. There was a tan one, which you pulled out. Now some were bare wires. Some were look like almost speaker wire, but I know with the car because I saw the little end look like a microphone cable, kind of like it's plugged into the back of like a headphone jack. But each of those phones took different types of wiring. But yes,
No, they were all
is a
4-strand.
rat.
They were all 4-strand wires.
Pelia is a pack rat, so she had all those phones there. Just like she's had other shit from before, because she's a pack rat. She saves significant things that are things to her.
And then to use the Atari joysticks for thrusters, you could have used 2 wires.
Awesome.
I don't know. But that's why we're here. We can agree to disagree. You know, those are my thoughts.
So here's a great. I'll give a great rebuttal to this. Tom will know this for a fact because we lived together for a minute. I still have an old computer. I call it Big Blue. And I used to have the laptop that I originally bought when I did DJing with Serato. I bought it with Tom. The 19-inch HP DV7 had Beats by Dre built into it. I had that laptop for so long. I finally tossed it because I had to keep replacing the heatsink and fan. I also have this old computer here. I have that old computer here. For the simple fact is if this laptop dies, I always have a backup. And if it dies because of a virus, that laptop's not connected to anything. It's air gap, basically. So it's never going to get a virus. It's literally fresh installed. I think it's got Windows 10 installed on it. And it has recovery software, antivirus software, shit for me to fix the broken computer. And I've had to use it a couple of times.
And it's still compatible with updated programs?
I'm not putting any updated programs on there. I don't want it. The laptop is there to fix other computers, to run diagnostics on those computers. If I need to, it has an Ethernet cable. By the way, rest in peace for all the AOL contacts that are going to die at the end of August. It will no longer allow dial-up connections to AOL. It's either August or September.
It's September, I think.
It does have a modem in it as well. So if I actually were in a place like when I went to Sierra Vista, my mom did not have high speed. And I think I went to whatever took over Hastings moved. I just went there and I was looking for a tech magazine and they didn't have anything. So I went to Walmart and I got a tech magazine that had a CD in it for something.net. And it had a dial-up connection. And I used that free trial to dial in and download some shit that I needed to download. I think it was from my dad's funeral or my brother's. It was probably my dad's funeral. He passed away first. But I used that. And that's what that laptop or that desktop was for. I'm not going to install any new programs on it.
So that's your backup.
It's a backup to a backup. It's the emergency recovery system.
Hey, speaking of dial-up, did you know AOL, after like 33 years, is stopping their dial-up service?
We were just talking about it. September.
That's what I just said. It's either August or September.
Yeah.
Earthlink still has dial-up service.
I had to transport.
I remember I got those CDs. Man, 500 hours of free online air.
How many hours we got?
But you had to keep making a new username.
Oh, and faking credit card numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we ran up a huge telephone bill at our previous employer. And our computers
statute of limitations is up.
Yeah. I would say this. At one point, I laughed because the computers that we had built from scrap had the highest level of technology in that store.
Yeah.
From the cash registers to the phone system. Everything was like, even the computers that we used for our dispatching and everything were paled in comparison. We're like, man, I was like, I built this computer from scratch from a guy who just taught me how to do this shit. And from a computer I originally built or bought from a garage sale for like $5, and I rebuilt it and upgraded it. And I'm like, holy shit, this has more power to do more stuff than everything in the store. Kevin says he remembers AOL. I used to get those CDs when I was traveling to get free Wi-Fi.
Dude, they put out so many CDs. AOL, CompuServe.
Oh, God, CompuServe.
Damn.
I will say this,
all the
PVG,
CDs.
I still have the install disk 3.5 for Windows 3.1, Windows 98, Windows 95, and I have a CD for Windows 95. I also have an install disk for Windows.
And
I
you
have
call
every
Pelly
install
a
disk,
hoarder.
but mine are sealed. Mine were from when we were doing something, and somebody said, "Hey, you want to make some extra overtime hours? We're replacing all these computers. We don't need the disc. We're going to image them. So just throw all these away." And it was like boxes of free Windows 95 install discs with keys.
With license
I was like,
keys.
I will take
Wow.
these. So yeah,
Museum
I don't
pieces.
have a bunch of them like I used to. I used to have like 10 bundles. I have one. I just keep it for nostalgia. One day it may be worth money. Doesn't
Magic,
take
you-
up any
One
space.
day you might be on a starship that gets attacked by a
You
scavenger
may
ship.
need it.
and you pull
You
out
may
that
need
Commodore
it.
64
and
and, the cassette player.
L-Cars goes down and you need to install a new operating system.
Hey, you never know. Actually, I'm just keeping it for posterity and money.
Money.
I mean, people keep dolls and other bullshit. I figure an
You keep
sealed
dolls?
box
Do you have dolls?
install.
Do you have any
He has
dolls?
action figures.
Action figures. There you go. Action figures.
A Barbie action figure.
I mean, you don't have any garbage fill, or what were they, Cabbage Patch Kids?
No, I don't. No. These are Batman.
You got a Batman
I
action
will
figure.
say this.
Does it have the
I had a
Kung Fu
weird
chop?
tree.
No, you're thinking of G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Kung Fu grip, yeah.
That's the
What
OG
is a
one,
Kung Fu
too.
grip?
It's like this.
All right.
I will say this. I had a weird dream.
Oh, hell.
Here we go.
Let's
was because
let's
I
have
was
anybody
looking
under
forward to it.
18 drop from the live stream, please.
No, you don't have to do that. It was because I was like, man, I can't wait till Sunday, and I actually get to talk with real people. And oh yeah, it took a lot of those. So
A box.
it
A
was
box
based
of
on the
discs.
past conversation we had. We had gotten into an argument. Like the podcast blew up. I had turned our cartoon Delta logo into a series, and I was sending it off, and I was managing our store, our online store with it. And a new feature had come out where it's like you can create your own kind of plush doll. You could create your own action figures, or it was actually
Like
more
a
like plush
Build-A-Bear?
dolls. Kind of like that. So I said, we need to make a Tribble. We need to make a stuffed Tribble. And you're like, okay, we can do it with a stuffed Tribble. And then you wanted to do a baby. What was the one you suggested
Baby
last
Gorn?
week?
Oh, yeah.
You wanted a baby Gorn.
Yes.
And I was like, I said, I'm okay with doing a baby Gorn as long as it's the old school one that fought Kirk.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we're gonna do the new one. I'm like,
No.
dude, that's gonna scare the shit out of kids. I'm like, no. And I
Exactly.
said,
wet,
because we were like,
drooling.
we had to do votes. We had like a limited number we could send in. And I said, if you could do the new Gorn that looks like Alien,
Like a
but if you
Zindi?
do that, you lose 3 more options for dolls.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to pick 3 more. That one vote, I said, if you do the regular Gorn, that's fine. We'll keep going. But if you do the new Gorn, you lose 3 votes. And PVG was the judge.
Oh.
I don't remember what he picked. I was like, I already got to beat though, so my ideas are gonna fly. So I got a baby, Locutus, and a baby Worf, and there was another one that I did. And I was like, so where you at? And then it just kind of went to a argument between which Gorn to do. And I was just like, it just got
That's a
real serious.
weird
And I
dream.
think I changed the dream after that.
Yeah, you can't drink
But
too
you were-
much soda before you go to bed.
Maybe it was a baby
But you were
Data.
stuck on doing this way, and you're like, no, because it's like an alien, and we could tap into that market because the new alien shows on, but it's really a Gorn. And you're like, the fans will know the difference. And I'm like, no, dude, stop trying to scare the children.
It is scary. All right. Well,
I
we
think a
got
baby
we got to
look
wrap
good would be
before we hit.
awesome.
If we hit 3 hours, we get we lose algorithm points with
better not do
YouTube.
that.
All right. I'll wrap it up. I won't be the Tom this week.
Don't be the Tom. No one wants a Tom. All right. Well, that was our closing thought because that's kind of we were going around the horn with closing thoughts.
What are your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts are I'm just going to keep watching as much as I can. And I know it's been less because honestly, I did watch Alien Earth. That was good.
I didn't watch it.
I've been watching.
I think I need to go back and watch all of it before I watch
I
this
haven't
new
watched
stuff.
all of it. But Alien Earth is good. And I've been watching the show Animal Kingdom on Netflix. There's a lot of gayness there, but
That's not with Marlon Perkins.
no.
Wow.
And
Who the fuck is Marlon Perkins?
I don't know who
See,
that is.
that's the age difference. Man, Marlon Perkins, he was the zoo director of St. Louis Zoo at one time.
Good night, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, thank
I know
you
who
for
Marlon Perkins is.
thanks for hanging with us, Kevin. We definitely appreciate it. You and IB and
Karen.
Oh, you're talking about the Mutual of Omaha dude.
Yes. Chief.
Yeah.
You guys, Chief Scott, you guys have all been a lot of fun tonight.
No, I remember his show. I always wondered what happened to that show.
Almost made me want to cut water.
But you know what? I will say this. IB, Kev, Karen, everyone in the chat. I thought I saw Instant Cherry in there, but I don't think she was in
Chief
there.
Scott.
Chief Scott, and where was Sherry?
Chief
Where you
Scott.
at, Crewman Sherry?
I thought I saw her name, but it was kind of
Crewman
blurry.
Sherry got a new shirt too.
I went JVG.
JVG.
Oh yeah,
Craig.
she laughed at my Anna and Fun.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys showing up. We really do. It means a lot to us. I would say this: send it out to your friends, have them come in.
Oh,
Correction, bad
IB's
track is
changed
better
his
than
mind
no
about
track.
bad track.
What happened?
Hey, what happened? Oh,
What?
the screen.
What?
One of my
Screen
screens went to sleep
Blank.
because I hadn't moved my mouse in a long time.
That's what she said.
Are you? Well, that's something that we could talk about after the show, but mine does that occasionally.
She didn't.
But I
say
think
it.
it's the dock doesn't have enough power going to it. But anyway, everyone that was in the chat, we really do appreciate you guys showing up. Let your friends know if you have Trekkie friends,
If you have friends.
and not just the friends in your neighborhood. If you got Trekkie friends on social media, hey, send them an invite because
And old people are Trekkies. I see so many obituaries where it's like,
no, it's terrible.
oh, and Paul was a big fan of Star Trek. It's like, oh man, all these old people. But that's
I
us,
think
right?
Kirk is the last one.
Damn, he's
Kirk
old.
is the Todd Bridges of Star Trek.
He's been in space. That's why he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's been in space.
I don't think that's it.
No? All right.
Romulan
No.
nail.
All right, we're gonna go to the end screen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, I know you guys are probably subscribed already, but if you're just passing through, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment down below if you're watching after the live stream. I think you can click on live chat if you want to see the interactions here. We're having a lot of fun. Join us live. We're very interactive. We will respond to your comments, at least for now, because we're still small time. When we get big, we'll probably ignore you. But for now,
We're not gonna enjoy it. By the time we get big, we'll probably have a person in the chair
yes,
that'll handle all that.
they'll
for
respond to you. But we will comment on your comment. So catch us next Sunday night, and I'm gonna have Crewman Patty out in the studio. We're gonna do another round of quotes and shorts because I know I've slacked on that the last 2 episodes. So thank you again. We'll catch you guys next Sunday. Nanu.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Peace out.
us. God bless. Good night.
Bye bye.